What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing this evening? Let me mute the YouTube so we don't have an echo. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Just got home, running a little bit behind as usual on Thursdays. Had to grab some coffee. I appreciate you guys and your patience. Let's say what's up to everybody in chat real quick. We got Johnny Harper, Monty, America First, Keto Homestead. What's up, Jess? Harvey Black, Colleen, S. Moore, Milo, America's First. I'm gonna probably repeat myself. Wendy, Rena. Let me skip through here. Joe, what is up? Joe, I've been following you around all day, man. From my phone at work, man. So everywhere I was popping up, you were popping up, man. All right, Kit, Carlson, and JT, what is up? Sorry, I wanted to do something just as a backup. And let me see. Rolling Homestead. What's up, Mark? How are we doing? Moon Phase. Hello. All right. So tonight I've been getting a lot of emails and texts and all that kind of stuff like that. I'm noticing that my background is a little yellow, but all right. I probably look like yellow. Anyways, it's whatever. I don't have time to do any adjusting. I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of questions in regards to what happened this week. Breaking down the molests. What's up, Mary? I've had emails in regards to what's going on overseas over in Israel. I've had emails in regards to the pipeline. I've had emails in regards to what happened in Taiwan last night as well. Dragon Stallions, thanks so much for that, brother. Truly, truly appreciate it. Oh, wait, that's just the voices in my head. Love it, brother. Love it. David Green, what is up? Sherry Leach, truly appreciate that, Dragon. Matter of fact, I'm going to put this thing up. I've been trying to play with it. Let me know if it bothers you guys. I'll turn it back off. Just to kind of let folks know to smash that like button and all that fun stuff like that. Looking forward to summer. Kudos. But anyways, yeah, good to see you, Dragon. And I appreciate you. You know, I know you're coming over from Mark, and Mark is a phenomenal gentleman. Hopefully Mark will be on with me later on. I think he may be. I've also invited a couple other folks if they happen to pop in chat. We shall see. I have Thursdays wide open, but I've noticed there's like 3 or 4 people streaming. Like I said, I've said before, I've been doing this for quite some time on this time slot, so it is what it is. What we have to like you too, right? So anyways, in regards to the pipeline, people have asked, they say it's back up and running. Yeah, right, Monty, or right, guard, Josh. I jumped in a few live chats, or I prowled the internet before I came on. I saw some folks there, but hey, double dipping is double dipping. I do it too all the time, man. But thanks, Josh. So that being said, what was I talking about? The pipeline. So they got everything running. They're now it's going to take a little bit of time to pressurize the pipes and get all that going and get everything back to flowing normal. So there's still going to be a few days in regards to that. What's up, Heritage Homestead and James Davis? I did find, let me see, where is it at? So as when I started this, as around 5 o'clock, there's still over 15,000 gas stations out of fuel nationwide. Hopefully that will pick up. I think it says Florida, 30% of them. In Florida, there's 30% of gas stations, which is about 7,500 gas stations. Maryland, 34%, which is about almost 1,900. More than half of South Carolina stations ran out of gas, along with 34% of Tennessee's. 7% of Mississippi stations are out of gas compared to 6% the night prior. But I'm assuming they're resolving the issue. And for you folks, a lot of you folks know that, have watched the news or have watched some channel like mine and know that things as preppers, we're usually doing pretty good. Usually we got things under control and stuff like that. But just to kind of give you that update in regards to the pipeline, they've got it fixed. Now, here is something that I don't know if you guys knew. And this is what surprised me. And I asked a buddy of mine, I said, here, did you watch Let's call him number 46. You guys know who I'm talking about. Did you watch his speech? And people are like, no, I don't want to watch that garbage. And I said, well, for me, I watch everything because it makes me well informed. And most of the speech was crap and garbage. But right at the end of the speech, and hopefully I don't miss anything in chat while I'm talking about this, right at the end of the speech is what got me. There's been speculation if the Colonial Pipeline paid the ransom. And right when he was trying to walk away from the podium, one last reporter asked him, are the reports factual that they paid the ransom? And number 46 said, he stared off into la la land for a second, and then he said, no comment on that matter. So being speculative, the way I am, I'm thinking they paid. They paid it. So that's just my personal opinion on it. Everybody's entitled to that. But yes, I do, JT. That's exactly who I'm talking about. So by his statement on that on national TV, I'm assuming that they paid it. Now, where I'm going with this is if they did do so, if they did pay that off, that's going to lead to other organizations like those that attack the pipeline say, okay, well, they're going to pay. So I did a little research on this whole ransomware thing, and I've come to find out that there's a long history with it. First, where they've attacked hospitals, they've attacked a lot of other things. Monty, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. You're definitely family, man. And Monty, I don't know if you got my message. Everything went out. I sent all the giveaways from last Thursday. All their giveaway stuff's going out. Prep for it got her thing in the mail the other day because I sent that out last week. So everybody should be getting their stuff here soon. I got tracking numbers for all that if you guys need them. And like I said, we're working on May super chat of the month giveaways. So Monty, thank you for that. But I just want to let everybody know who did win stuff. I think Emily L, Zane, Monty. Was that it? Did I get everybody? But all the people that won, all the stuff is going out to you folks. So there's a lot of history there. And this started back in, I think it said 07, 08, and then 2010, there was another thing, but it's something it's been ongoing. And I want to do more research before I get into this. Maybe I'll do a specific video on that type of topic, if that's something that you guys would like to hear, or at least hear my opinion on. So, all right. So that's the update in regards to the pipeline and 46's speech and what he talked about, and what kind of drew my attention right there at the end, because like I said, most of the speech was just hodgepodge and, blowing smoke up you know what. So the situation with Israeli, and, I understand, because it doesn't really, some people will say, and I agree, most part, is in regards to what's going on in Israel. How does it relate to the U.S.? Why should we care? Does it even really matter? To some folks, it doesn't. To me, it's not a huge thing. But so from my understanding, Israeli is part of the U.S. What do they call it? What are those folks called? Yeah, right. Sherry Leach. You're right on the money with that one. What is it called? Man, why can't I think of some of the stuff when I'm on chat? What is it when we're an ally? There we go. Finally, Gray, you get it right. Long day, folks. So Israel is an ally to the United States. They're a sovereign nation, and they have a democratic approach to things. So when they're being attacked, let's say by Hamas, that affects the democracy in that side of the world. Now, if you looked as of recently, I know I have it here somewhere. I'll pull it. I'm not going to pull it up, but I'm going to just see what it said. So they do have boots on the ground in regards to that. There are boots on the ground in regards to the whole issue. I was reading about it earlier, and I will pull it up. How am I going to pull it up? But so they stay. Matter of fact, I have an image. Do I have an image? Let me look for it real quick. And I'm assuming you guys don't need to see the specific image that I'm talking about. There was a tweet. The tweet was from the Israeli Defense Forces, which is on a Twitter account. It's a verified Twitter account. It says IDF air and ground troops are currently attacking in the Gaza Strip. So there are ground troops in that area in regards to what is going on over there in Israel, if you guys care to know. What's up, Caribbean House? Jeff, Heritage Heart Homestead. Yeah, no, I don't think so either, Heritage. I think he'll just let them go to their own whatever happens kind of thing. What's up, Prep for it? I just talked about you. Homestead Osk. Great live today, by the way. And I'm going to send you an email because I have something I wanted to ask you in regards to one of your guests. But I was pretty impressed. And what's up, Rebecca? So that's so we touched on the pipeline. We touched on the Israeli thing. Now, I've also got a bunch of emails in regards to what happened in Taiwan last night. So Taiwan went dark. If you watch Marfugel News, he went through. He broke that report, and he was talking about Taiwan, and they went dark. So I dug into it a little bit more, just so I don't go in blind and just make an assumption. But it did. So the power was restored in Taiwan. They were out for quite some time. And a lot of people, the reason they were concerned about it is because they're the world's largest chip maker. And so a statement from the Taiwan people, or the Taiwanese government, said that they had left hundreds trapped in elevators and a bunch of things happened. But they said the problem was not with the plants themselves. The cause of the incident was the power grid. This highlights the importance of the balance of Taiwan's regional power supply and highlights the importance of risk management on a grid. So here's how this relates to us in regards to, Marfugel. Thanks, Moonface. So this is how it relates to us. Like I said, they were out for about 8 hours or so. I think that the power was out for. Now, some people are speculating that was it another ransomware attack or was it some other hacker stuff? I'm not sure. I can't be factual. I'm not going to say something I have no clue about. So that's just, how I roll with it, guys. If I don't know for sure, I'm not going to state it. But the way it relates to here in the U.S. is it makes us think, and a lot of people have discussed this, is what happened with the pipeline. Is our power grid vulnerable? And like I've stated before, after doing research that I've done, the average power station in the U.S. is about 50 years old. And that goes to say the least with, the lines themselves and everything else like that. And thanks for that prep for it. So when it comes to that, that's what makes me wonder if something like that could happen here. And it can be localized. Like if you guys remember what happened in New York, if you remember happened in California just not too long ago, where they had the rolling blackouts out there, is how would folks react to, let's say a minimum. Let's say the pipeline thing was about 5 days long, roughly. It's still kind of going a little bit. So we'll say a week. If America was plunged into darkness for 7 days, or even localized in the major cities for 7 days, how would the folks react? We saw how they reacted here. How folks reacted when it comes with the gas issue. We saw how folks reacted to the toilet paper issue, and so on and so on and so forth. So if we were plunged into darkness, even for a short period of time, 3 to 5 days, maybe a week max, I always wondered how folks would react, especially if it's a nationwide event. So as I always tell everybody, the main key here is just to be prepared. If you have generators, if you have solar things, if you have candles, you have other means of power, heating food, stuff like that. That's what I grasped from the whole issue that happened in Taiwan. I'm assuming eventually they'll relate more to it down the road, but as of right now, that's all the information that I have in regards to the Taiwan issue. Hopefully, people that had emailed me and sent me texts, that would have given you the information that you were looking for. What's up, Ark Wildman, Patriot Sandwich Maker? Yeah, Kit Carlson, you're exactly right. The summer heat would make them go crazy. And that's usually when, if you notice things, the grid is stressed either in the winter time when it's freezing cold or in the heat of the summer. People are running their ACs heavily, constant. They're trying to drop it because they're trying to cool down. And in the winter, people are trying to heat up. And that's what stresses the grid. Some grids are stronger than others in other areas, but you kind of get the gist of it, I would assume. Now, a couple other things that piqued my interest before we get into some fun stuff, I guess. Let me see what I have here. If you guys care, in the Philippines, the Chinese are back at it. You know what I mean? The Philippines stated they saw 300 Chinese militia boats in their waters. Who knows what's actually going to happen with that? It's an ongoing thing. It's been ongoing, but that's what it is, with that. But I figured I'd throw that in there just because we're talking about stuff that overseas. Right, Patriot Sandwich Maker, right. And I used to live in a spot in Florida where they would get brownouts as well. You would get flickering lights, and then sometimes we get black. It would just power turn off for several hours. But I'm assuming most of you folks that are in chat, you guys are probably prepared for stuff like that. And I hope that you are, to be honest with you. because I think that as preppers or preparedness folks, that we are ready for pretty much almost anything. Now, of course, there's things out of our realms that we couldn't control. You know what I mean? If we want to go down the rabbit hole, with coronal mass ejections and all that other stuff like that, and EMPs and stuff like that. But what we really need to prepare for is what's going on now. You know what I mean? What we're in the now. And here's the thing I've thought about, and other people have discussed this, is don't over worry yourself to the point where it ruins your life. Be a prepper, be prepared, but also enjoy your life, spend time with family, enjoy the life that you have right now while everything is normal. And I'm not saying everything is normal as in everything is normal. You guys know this, but I mean, try to, enjoy the best, get the best out of life that you can while everything is the way it is currently. Esmore, I'm in Colorado. Gray is in Florida. I wish I were too. Did I miss something? Sorry, once I get talking. What's up, CB? Esmore, is Alberta in lockdown? I've heard, I think Northern Girl said that they're still going through some stuff out there. Not 100% sure. I didn't dive into that one today. I'm just kind of looking at chat real quick to make sure I'm not missing it. What's up, Bonnie Bethel? How are you doing? Thanks for joining us this evening. I hear you, Heritage Heart Homestead. It's playing tongue twister with me this evening. Patriot Sandwich Maker, that's good to hear. That is good to hear. Because that's the whole reason I like doing YouTube, is to spread that message and to make sure that people are prepared. Dragon said they can't handle the power flow to the grid currently with fossil fuels, nuclear, etc. They want to go less efficient power systems, wind and solar. So look for more brownouts in the summer. No, I agree. You saw that happen, Dragon, in California, the way they did it. They're more dependent on that kind of stuff. And it seems that it doesn't work, at least the way they think it was going to work. So as they push this Green New Deal or whatever you want to call it, we'll probably see more of that. Hopefully, there's a lot of states out there that are now fighting stuff. You guys know Texas has been fighting stuff, Oklahoma, Idaho, Missouri, Florida. There's a bunch of states fighting things. No, worry kills prepping. Exactly, Homestead Awesome. Worry kills prepping. Worry kills prepping. Hold on. Nah, worry kills prepping. Helps you survive. Nothing better than getting a prepping bargain. Did I say that right? Yeah, and shift engineering forest fires can be very damaging. So I'm just trying to catch up to folks. Mrs. Monty, thanks so much for the unicorn sticker. We have Mrs. Monty in the house. That's awesome. Glad you're here. Monty, she's gonna outdo you, man. She's gonna win the next super chat of the month giveaway. I just want to put that seed there. What's up, B Charming? Zane, prep for it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I truly appreciate that. Joe Morgan, what do you got to say here, Joe? Idaho is kicking butt and taking names. Soon we'll be bringing the freedom to the state near you. Right on, Joe. Right on, Joe. And JT, you probably saw that. I think I've watched you on Rudy. I've watched you on Homestead Oz. You do a good job, and it's always nice to have some backup moderators. So that's why I threw you the wrench, brother, or sister. I always mess that up. I never dig into stuff, and I always mess up. I call everybody brother, and I get hounded for it. Jeep Girl, what is up, Mrs. Monty? Thank you for the stickers. So, anyways. That being said, I've had some really good conversations in the shop today. And I was thinking about, I wanted to ask you guys something before I dive into conversations. Let me ask you guys a question. Should I set up a separate email? I know some of the bigger channels have discussed this, and I've been kind of talking with them, setting up a separate email. Let's say GreyMan Prepping Intel or GreyMan Prepping Intel at gmail.com. If I set something like that up, or something similar where you guys want to send me information that you guys find in your states or locally that you guys want me to discuss on the channel. I noticed some of the other channels, a lot of their subscribers help them derive some of this information pretty quick. And that way I can spread it amongst the community. Yeah, Harvey, I have that up on the screen. I do have that. I was going to talk about it. But you know how it is when mentioning that word, the health crisis, and saying that word, the CV word. Florida is on point with a lot of stuff. when it comes to legislation. That's more. You are absolutely right. I do. My apologies. My apologies. And I get it wrong all the time. What's up, the roaming prepper? Glad you can make it. The bee sting going around. I'm trying to catch up what you guys are talking about. So I watched, I don't know if you guys watch anyone do ham radios. CB, I am working on a few things with ham radios. I'm not an expert, but Amendment 1 preparedness is a solid source for anything CB or radios based. He is very intelligent when it comes to that stuff. Yes, it keeps us from posting on comments that you might not see. All right, so I will set that up this evening, and I will put it out there. No, I know that's more. I know you're joking. I appreciate that. I like it when people would say bust my chops because I love you guys, the subscribers. Why can't, let me see, Zane said, why can't they just put Intel in the caption? Makes more work for you to look into a different email account to monitor. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. What do you guys think? I'm trying to figure out what is the best idea because I've been getting a lot more emails. So, I'm trying to stay on top of that. I have a good few people that email me a lot of great information. One liberty, one freedom, just first here in Florida. No more mandates. Oh, you changed your name. Is that your new channel? Is that your new channel, brother? That'd be pretty cool. Wow, Homestead Oz. That is insane. That's so Australia is still on the whole finding people and doing checks. You know what it did? One thing that did irate me. I wonder if I could find it. Let me see if I can find it real quick while I have you guys folks here. Because I saw something that kind of irked me. I don't know. There he is. Is this the one he did? I don't know. I don't feel like digging through 46's tweets. But anyways, 40, he put out a tweet, and I know I'm not I don't follow him, but he put a tweet out. He's letting everybody know if you got poked, that you can if you got poked, that you're free to not wear a mask anymore. But if you haven't been poked, then you still have to abide by the guidelines. And I was like, that's unconstitutional. That's the first thing that popped in my head. That's unconstitutional. Can't tell us that. And how are they going to know? How are they going to know? Just to be honest with you. Mrs. Monty, thanks for that. I watched most of your lives with Monty. I just got tired of him getting all the cool stuff. That's awesome, Mrs. Monty. That is cool. All of the mandate crap is insanity. I agree, Heritage Heart. Kalen Strange, Super Chatter. He can tweet. Yeah, I know, Milo, right? He probably has someone doing it for him, to be honest with you. You did your first video. Now make sure you do your videos good, man. I know you got hit left and right in regard from YouTube. I agree, Moonface. You're right. That's a rabbit hole we can go way down with the elite and taking over the world, the one government world government, as you want to call it. Man, that is not good, Homestead Oz. Joe Morgan, I'm free now. All right, Joe. Oh, man. You guys are great. Oh, I'm missing something. He tweeted that you either get the poke or wear a mask. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Roaming Prepper. And I was like, that's BS. 100% BS. So here's what I told. I was joking when I said this, but he thought it was pretty funny. I said, well, if someone says, what about if, and I know it might make some people mad when I say this, but what about if I identify as someone who'd been poked? Then they can't question me because I identify as someone who'd been poked. Even though if I've never been poked, I identify as someone who's been poked. I thought it was kind of hilarious. I'm very sarcastic at times. Exactly, Dragon. It does not say that in the Constitution. You are right on the money. And I know you folks can, I shouldn't have to read the chat till you guys are seeing that. Dragon is right on the money with that. Gardner Josh, I cannot compete with the two Monties. LOL. Nice to meet you, Miss Missed Monty, Mrs. Monty. But Gardner Josh, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys help me keep this channel going, and you guys make this so much fun. You guys are awesome. All right, one liberty, one freedom. And like I said, man, that's the smart way to do it. Now, I've had another major creator, several major creators. I call them major creators. If you have 100,000 subscribers, I call you a major content creator. Reach out to me. We're in the works. We're doing some stuff. And some of these people might surprise you who might be coming on the channel down the road here. But we're in talks. Also, I had another creator reach out to me too. You guys know him. I'm just not going to say nothing right now because we're talking about something. But he is talking because YouTube is doing a lot of censoring across the board when it comes to channels. So there's something going on. And as I'm made more aware of it and we discuss it, I will bring it to light with you guys once I figure out what we're doing. Kaylin Strain said a bunch of fake poke cards were found here in Iowa. Some nuthead was selling them from his bar. He could lose his liquor. Well, we knew that was going to happen. As soon as they started requiring that, you know, the black market was going to explode. Let me see here. We got the okay in Minnesota too. Oh, good to hear. Would you never move back to Ontario? That's more service posting on channels. You're fine, JT. If I poke you on FB and you poke me back, does that count? I never, yeah, good question. Does it? Does it? Oh, man. Oh, so you did, Eugene, you thought that was pretty funny? I thought it was funny because I'm going to use it next time someone at Walmart asks me something stupid. I'm like, man, I identify as someone who's been poked. I appreciate that, Esmore. I do appreciate that. They call the line when you all go on. They call that line. GreyMan Prepping. When did you go all left on us? What? Oh, be charming. I know you got to be kidding. You know I'm far from that. Monty. Monty says this is war. This is war. You guys are phenomenal. Monty, you need to you should put a channel together, man. I want to have you. I want to have you and Josh on the screen at the same time. I think it'd be great. Thank you so much, Harvey, for putting my P.O Box there. Again, as I told most of you folks out there, I'd love to get, you know, postcards from all over the U.S. or all over the country and share them with you. Just like I don't know, it's just something I'm into. I want to build a whole wall of postcards from you folks to subscribers. Joe Morgan. Oh, man, I love your comments, Joe. Can't talk about real stuff. Yeah, no, and that's what sucks. The censorship does stop us from. We have to come up with these terms to circumvent, so we don't get hit. Remember the video that I did the other day about breaking? You know, I did an update, not the 3-minute one, but the live that I did. They limited that account. I fought it and won. But I'm thinking to myself, all I did was talk about the news, and I didn't say nothing bad. But they tried to demonetize that video, that live that I did on Wednesday. But I got it fixed because I'm not going to not fight anymore. I'm going to keep the fight. Every time they do something to me, I'm going to try to go at it. Dragon, thanks so much. Yeah, that's definitely a poke. Thanks so much, Dragon, for the super chat. That does count as a poke. A really big poke. My kind of poke, though. Oh, so poking too many people is not healthy. Right, Kit? Oh, Gardner Josh is throwing the white flag, Monty. He's throwing up the white flag. Man, this chat keeps on jumping on me. And I even got a 5-second delay on the chat. Keep my allergens out of my lungs. I wear masks to keep that nasty allergens out of my lungs. Right, JT? It is awesome. Recorded one poke for. That's awesome. Be charming. I wish I lived near you because I'd love to try your honey. And I mean that and like your honey from your bees. I think he missed it at Harvey Black. I tried. Zane, what did you say? Let me back up here. I did miss something. I'm going to find it, Zane. My pleasure. Zane. What did I miss here? Ah, Zane. Got you. I found it. Put this entry for Harvey Black for all the great work he does. Zane, thank you for so much for the super chat. Truly, truly appreciated. But I did find it, and I did miss it. I don't know how. How do you miss a super chat? It's lit up in green on my screen. God, Grey, get it together. You plan on doing live streaming, Grey. You need to get it together. All right, let me go. Let me try to catch up to chat now. Really, Colorado's going to enforce a passport? That's ridiculous. But it's not. It's to be expected in Colorado. You know, and what really sucks about places like that is there's a lot of good people in some of these states that are affected by these big population cities that are all per se liberal or democratic or whatever you want to call them. I had a long conversation with a gentleman today who says he's left and right, and I couldn't understand with him because we had some conversations and I didn't agree with, but I still listened and conversated because I'm not one to raise my voice or start an argument. So I listened to what they say, but some of it didn't make sense. And I was like, okay, but and then I said my spiel and we left it at that. All right. See that the chat's jumping on me as I'm having a Papa Prepper when, because Papa Prepper, if you ever watch, I love watching Papa's live streams because he's always like 20 minutes behind in the chat. Let me see. What am I missing here? Depends on the type of poke. Sometimes it requires another type of poke of penicillin. Dragon, I had a conversation as a medic in the military. I used to have to give penicillin shots. And every time we have a cycle of cadets in or grunts or whatever you like to call them, we'd ask everybody in the class, are you allergic to penicillin? And there'd be one or two people that might raise their hand, but most of the time nobody raises their hand, and we'll line up, we'll run down these lines and we'll start hitting these penicillin shots in their buttocks. And not in the buttocks, but in the upper. If you've ever been in the military, you know where you got the shot at. And every single time, every single group of people, we have one drop, and we got to run them to the medic room and do all this stuff. And it's just like, how do you guys not know that you're allergic to penicillin? But I get it. Maybe they're young and they don't know, but it should drive me nuts. Be charming. GreyMan got a poke. Yeah, I did. Dragon poked me good. And I'm so glad that you guys have a sense of humor as well. You know what I mean? It makes it much more fun and entertaining when you guys are in chat like this. Yeah, I know. Having a passport card would suck. And there's other countries that are pushing that really hard. I've seen that as well. Joe Morgan, I guess these cards new to me. I thought it was a joke. No one even bugs you hear about it all. That's great, Joe. You're probably in a good state. Prep for it. Yes, folks. And that's why, I don't know, I got that little thing scrolling down there to kind of remind people to smash that like button, because our goal here is always to get the message out, to break the YouTube algorithm. So by smashing that like button, if you notice, a lot of content creators will ask you to do that, and it's very helpful. And like Jason says, if you really just don't like the content, or you just want to be that guy or that girl and hit the down button, it happens. I always get one. So at least one. And then sometimes they disappear, which is weird. Maybe they changed their mind. Maybe they thought, well, Grey's really a nice guy. He's not too bad. Let me change it to a thumbs up instead of a thumbs down. Possibly. Yeah, I wouldn't comply either, to be honest with you. In regard to what One Liberty, One Freedom says. Let me see here. Hi, Grey. Have you seen the magnet sticking? So I've read about that, and I'm trying to do some research on it because I have seen pictures of it, and I'm just trying to feel that out before I talk about it. But I have seen that muzzle. Hey, Liz, welcome to the chat. Glad you can make it. And Liz, thank you so much. And you know what I'm talking about. You didn't have to do that, but it was super appreciative. And you're just such an awesome individual. You're a great person. And I know God shines down on you for sure because of the things that you do. You're all over the place, and you're a very giving, compassionate person. Confirm idea. So the roaming prepper, yes, I can confirm that. I can pull up the article if you really guys want to see it. I can confirm there are troops on the ground in Gaza. There are troops. There's still airstrikes, and there are troops. There are boots on the ground in Gaza. So I can confirm that because I read it straight from the IDEA, whatever the. Let me see. I have it here. I can share it with you guys if you guys really want to see what I'm talking about. I will put this up on the screen, share my screen. This will hopefully answer your guys' questions in regards to that, and then we can move past it, and you guys at least see what I am showing you. This is the tweet that I was talking about earlier. This is Israeli Defense Forces. IDF air and ground troops are currently attacking in the Gaza Strip. So roaming prepper, that's it right there. It's a verified account by Israel Defense Forces. So it is going down. So that's just to verify that. Bonnie, you are. There's a lot of folks. All right, at least you know that you're allergic to it. Let me see. What I'm left right-handed. Okay, I can shoot. I do both hands. Sorry, I want to go back to chat is moving fast tonight, and you are doing twice the work we are. Oh, I appreciate that, Harvey Black. Colorado governor is from California. Go figure. Go figure, Rena. That makes total sense there. Oregon is in one of them. Flush it down. Yeah. You know, I feel bad. I know some folks out there. There's some really good folks out there in Oregon, and it sucks that they're going through that. Did you hear they are now saying a third? Yeah, Heritage. Here's the thing. Here's my assumption with the whole poke. Because I don't consider it a vax. I consider it a flu shot. And what I mean by a flu shot is because, all right, so if you remember when let's say a polio vaccination, right? You got that once in your life, and you don't get every 6 months, you don't get a booster for that. The flu shot, you get one once a year, and some other things require boosters or whatnot. But to me, it doesn't seem like it's resolving issue if you have to consistently get booster after booster after booster. My question is will they ever stop? I don't know. And just because we're talking about this, we'll probably get censored here. When I'll look after the chat ends, but they'll probably do something like this just because of the type of conversation that we're having. But you guys make it worthwhile, and I'm just trying to get the information out there to you folks and have this conversation because you guys are curious, just as I am. But I have heard that Harlan or Heritage. I am left and right hand. Zane. True, Zane, you're right. You're right. The only reason I know my blood type is because I was in the military. Before that, when I was 18, I had no my blood type was. Yep, JT is right. Let me see. Let me catch up. Why would anyone ask for their papers if not just smack someone? I guess they're not following how people can just sit there and obey. Agreed. Well, Joe, you know that. We call those folks sheep. Sheeps or people with blinders. They don't understand their constitutional rights as Americans, and that's where they fall short. Yeah, no, Kaylin. Matter of fact, Governor DeSantis here in Florida, because I stay up to date on Florida politics heavily, and DeSantis said that will not happen in this state. There will be no passport here. Rubbing Prepper, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you being here, hanging out with us for a little bit. Let me see. Oh, you guys are jumping on me. I'm trying to the chat is moving a lot faster than usual. I don't even know how many. We have about 74, 75 people in here. And thank you so much for all you guys being here and listening to me rant and talk. Yeah, just like tetanus. Yeah, you get a booster. See, JT, that's what I don't understand. I listened to this whole article. A doctor was talking about that a lot of the patients he has, and I don't know the name. I should. It was on. I was listening to Sean Hannity talk about it on Patriot Radio, and he discussed this. He had two doctors on, and they've been seeing patients that have all been poked. They had the full line. Got both of the pokes, and they still contracted CV. So I can agree, JT. Dragon, you're pretty much on the money too. And if you notice that I relate lactate, but you cannot say that word. I can't say that word on YouTube because as soon as I say it, boom, they'll hit me for saying that word. I could do a documentary and talk about the history of it, but I can't say specifically that word. CDC is all about combining the flu shot. Wow. I guess that's a way to push it. And just, now that you guys are talking about it, we're talking a lot about the poke. I watched an Uber commercial, and Uber donated, I think they're donating like $10 million for folks to get the poke. I was like, okay, so don't ever use Uber just to be that guy. And I'm sorry if I'm missing folks. I didn't realize that the chat was going to be moving so fast. I put a 5-second delay because it slows things down a little bit, but maybe I'll start using 10 seconds. Did they have to get a booster for the Spanish flu? Milo, actually, it's a good question. I'd have to dig into that one. I don't want to say something and not know what I'm saying. The Butte. Moon face. That's good, Debbie Paints. The high wire. I'll have to look into that. Wow, Harvey, that's a shame. Sarah, you're allergic to penicillin as well. But here's the positive thing. Like I said, you guys know that you're allergic. When we get these new recruits in, they didn't know, and there was always one that dropped. You get blood now. You might get. Yeah, I guess that could be possible. That's a little scary, but I guess so, because if someone who's had it and you're in an accident and you're the same blood type and they've donated blood, I guess that would be floating around and you get a transfusion from that person, then it would be in your system as well. Good point. Good point, Spaceballs. Yeah, the chat is fun with cool people. And that's what I say. That's why I love you guys, because you guys are great. And you guys know how I work. You know, I mess up and stumble over my words sometimes. What's up, Latina Prepper? How you doing? Debbie, really? I'm going to have to look into that because I'm curious. I bet that they do, though. I bet you're probably right about that. The pandemic. Oh, okay. Thanks, Prepper Chicken, Texas. See, that's what helps. That's what helps. Some of you folks in chat know, which brings you into the part of the conversation. The DTaP. Yeah, exactly, Debbie. I understand that, Kaylin. Kaylin, aren't you a nurse, if I recall correctly, or something in the medical field? Mrs. Monty, and again with another super chat. My dad got the poke and still had to be tested before his eye surgeries. Really? See, some of the stuff that is going on does not make any sense. I don't understand it. Coming from a medical standpoint, I mean, maybe because being a military medic is different than being a doctor or nurse in a hospital for what we're trained for. So, but I'm reading this nursing book. It's the NCLEX, the test that they take, and I've gotten some flashcards because I'm curious about nursing. My one of my best friends, who is he was in the Air Force as a pararescue, is now a nurse, and he says he enjoys it. He feeds me a lot of intel. What's going on out there? Shift, I could do that, but then that takes more work. Then I got to go over here, and then it'll flop this way and flop that way. So I just rather say it out loud because it's easier to read the chat. Unless it's something very, very important. Diphtheria, polio, tetanus, DPT. You know, my daughter was freaking out. She sent me, she's going to 7th grade this year, hopefully. And she's like, Dad, I got this paper from the school. It says I have to get a shot. In 7th grade, they ask you for a shot. And I looked at it and I said, sweetie, it's not the jab. It's something you have to get for when you get your shot records and whatnot. She was actually concerned, which is great because my daughter doesn't want the jab either. Most vaccinated countries in the world is getting slammed with Rona, even though the vaccinated are getting confirmed positive. Thanks for the intel, Dragon. That's pretty crazy. I've seen a few small businesses locally taking those not to enter for at least 30 days. Really? That's interesting, Wink. Just don't understand. So far, not mandatory. Yeah, Liz, you're on you fly around a lot, right? If I'm correct, if I remember correctly. I try to remember a lot of information. This Doc Mac, what is up? I know it's understand. Like I said, there's a lot of lives going on. Usually on Thursdays, I used to be all by myself. I used to have Thursday nights to myself, and then everybody seems to be popping up. But I understand folks have something to say and they got to get it out, so they got to do it live. So it's totally understandable. Really, Mark? They're trying to do that at work, at your job too now? You did say Wisconsin has a crappy governor. Exactly. Where's the money? Everything comes down to money. You folks know that. Oh, Wink. Okay, so that's good. I love having people that are in the medical field in chat because you guys are full of useful information. When me and Prepper Nurse when we talked for about an hour and a half after the live that we did ended. We had some really good conversations. Roger that. Rolling. Let me copy that invite. Hold on. I copied that. Give me 1 second, Rolling, to catch up on chat. And I got you. Whoops, Joe Morgan. Oh, Joe. They want us to follow science, and science says it doesn't work, so they just don't say it. No, pick on the sheep. Yeah, I agree, Joe. We still have gas here in NYC. I haven't seen any shortages yet. Latina, yeah, I watched Jason. He was walking through the streets. He said he didn't see any issues out there either as well. And I don't think you guys will, the way things are going. So a lot of people think that this whole thing was a test, but I don't know. I can only speculate. Big Monty, Big Pharma, Big Tobacco, all those powerful monsters, those lobbyists, they run the government. You'll get a good politician that goes up in Washington, and once they see the amount of money that these lobbyists are willing to pay them to sway a certain way, they succumb to the system and become trash. D14 Jabs, what is up? Debbie. Okay, all right. That's what I thought, Liz. I just wanted to make sure. All right, I'm going to try. I need to get this link to Mark. Mark wants to join me this evening. Yeah, be charming. That's what I was talking about early. I don't know if you saw how at the end of what's his name's speech, the way he ended it, I'm almost positive they did. I agree, JT. You're right. How much silver is your soul worth? In Spaceballs. All right, let me pull up this thing so I can get Mark this this link here real quick. Pardon me, folks, for 1 second. So we can bring Rolling into chat. Where are you at, Rolling? Did I open up the wrong Facebook? So I do apologize. I can't see chat at the second while I'm trying to find this. Where is it at? Messages. There you are. There you are, Mark. I will copy and paste that in. All right, Mark, you should have it now. I sent it to your Facebook. All right, what did I miss? Survival Truly B3 Outdoors out there. Thanks for the thumbs up for GreyMan. I truly appreciate that, man. Truly appreciate that. They paid 12 hours. Hey, Harvey, good to see you. Thank you. Do whatever others have done for local government. Imagine. Yeah. That would be pretty funny. I'm trying to. What's up, Cherokee Survival? All right, let me refresh this. Mark should be popping on in a second, so you guys don't have to, you guys can not have to worry about looking at my ugly face all night. You can look at Mark's. We are in sad state of affairs now. I thought we would see it fall. You know, people ask me that all the time. A lot of people know that I am a prepper. What's up, Dina Walters? A lot of people ask me all the time, what do I think is going to happen? And what's up, Klingon Princess? Thanks for joining us. And, you know, I tell them, I said, you know, I can't pinpoint it, but be prepared. If you noticed this year alone, there's been so much that's been happening, and it's been snowballing into more and more issues and more issues. So the best advice I give these people that come up to me and ask me these questions, I'm like, look, you got to be prepared. That is the best way to do it. And if you're not prepared, start preparing now. You know, start with food, water, and just start building on that platform. Yeah, I agree, Debbie. There's been a lot of folks kicked off this platform. Hey, are you joining since I said that last time? Oh, Mark, you good to go? All right. What is up, brother?
How's it going, brother?
Another day, another dollar in the salt mines, as they say.
I hear that. How's everybody doing tonight?
For most of you folks know Mark at Rolling Homestead. We're pretty good buddies now.
Yeah.
We talk a lot and share lots of information. So at your job, they're trying to force that on you guys now?
They're not trying to force. They're trying to figure a loophole because through the HEPA laws, they can't do that. So what they're going to do is they're going to try. Right now, they're asking if you'd volunteer that information, because after Mr. 46 came up today and said that the CDC says that you no longer have to wear a mask if you are fully vaccinated.
Mhm.
I asked one of the gentlemen that I know that has the shot, and he's got a fancy blue card that he pulls out. Says, my proof. And I'm like, sorry, I ain't gonna do that.
What's up, Outsider? I don't know if I said what's up to you yet. Who else? James Davis. Some new folks coming in. Doc Mac. Thanks for the super chat, Doc. Only about 50% of us in surgery have got the jab. With approval, it will be mandated. We have choices to make, and if they want the staff, got you.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, no, for sure. That is great. Down in Bugs. Wow. Is going full coming up. Oh, really? That's interesting.
So I put out your fermentation video for you.
I saw that, and I'm going to watch that. I actually save it for a watch later so I can never forget where it's at.
Good to see you, Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon's been poking me today, Mark, a lot.
Yeah, he's good for that. So,
really, Dragon? AOC, they never surprise me. AOC, Ilana Mar, all that whole group of folks does not ever surprise me. The crap that comes out of their mouth.
Sarah, boss, good to see you. You got a lot of new people in here tonight. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's some phenomenal people in chat, man, and I appreciate you guys. You guys have been doing. The channel has been growing tremendously thanks to you guys. You guys are phenomenal. Matter of fact, like I said, man, some big names have reached out to me, man, and it's probably because of you guys out there. So we're going to have some interesting folks possibly coming on the channel soon. Now, I know some of you folks are not going to do not like every content creator out there, but you have to understand they have a voice and sometimes they add value. So sometimes if I have a guest on, people might not like every guest that I have on. So I want to, that being said, if I bring someone on, I don't want to lose you as a subscriber. I'm just bringing a guest on and letting them speak. You know what I mean? I just noticed when I read some people have emailed me and said, I don't like this person. I don't like that person. And I understand that. But, when it comes down to it, sometimes you got to look beyond the person and look at the content. Sometimes they have really, really good content.
So did you guys in the chat, did you watch Grey's and mine morning live stream on Tuesday? And how'd you guys like that?
Yeah. Did you guys watch me and Mark on the Wake Up with Rolling in Grey? The intro was phenomenal. If you haven't seen that, Mark put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
Exactly, Kaylin. And that's what I tell everybody. When I tell someone, let's say so-and-so on the channel, and I say, go subscribe, go give the person a look, go look at their content. And if you like it, stay subscribed. If you don't like it, if it doesn't interest you, then, you don't have to subscribe. You don't have to ever watch again. Just like the people that put the thumbs down, I don't understand. They watch the content, but they consistently put a thumbs down. And I'm like, if they don't like the content, why are they here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, Moonphase, I have heard about that. I just wanted to do, I think Milo said something about that as well. I just want to do more research on that stuff before I do a video or talk about it specifically.
There's a lot of videos out there growing very fast about that because after she showed me that, I seen, where are we getting the feedback?
Are we getting feedback? I don't hear anything.
It could be my system.
The Outsider said the first day with the public school kids didn't have to wear a mask with a signed waiver here in South Carolina. It's funny you say that, Outsider. I'm probably going to miss stuff because the chat's going to jump on me. Thanks for that. One Liberty, One Freedom. He says we have good content all the time. I do truly appreciate that. Here in Florida, I can go into the school system and not wear anything on my face. The kids have the option to wear it or not, as well as I looked at that. I just got an email the other day that the colleges here, I think at University of Central Florida, said they will not be mandating any of that. It'll be the choice of the student to do so. So I think, and that's what I believe in, is everybody should have the choice to do what they want to do as Americans. We as American, we the people, we are the government. That's how I look at it. We the people should be dictating some of this stuff, not the government. They should be not forcing it upon us. Wow, we do have 92 people in chat. At least, we got 90 there and 92 in here. I don't know if StreamYard's wrong or well, now it says 88. So I must have said something that upset everybody. I said something about Florida, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not watching this crap." Governor is following yours. Imagine that. Outsider. Well, that's a good thing, outsider. James Davis agreed. That's what I'm saying, man. We as Americans should have our choice. The freedom from the Constitution gives us a right to make a choice. I wish I could quote what I want to say, but we have the freedom in our home and blah blah blah. But there's more to it. I'm not going to start quoting the Constitution here at the moment.
So what did I didn't get to hear? What did you find out about the whole Japan outage?
So the Taiwan did have an outage. It wasn't due to their plants. It wasn't due to their plants. It was due to their power grid, and they want to look at the power grid to see where their failures. Because one of the plants went down, which overloaded the power grids, which then created the blackouts. They didn't say anything about hackers. They didn't say anything about other than that. They just said it's their own infrastructure that they need to work on. But that's what's being spoken to the public.
So in other words, read between the lines.
Yes. That's what I tell everybody. Is whatever you hear, even with YouTube, even from me, if I say something, don't take it as gospel. Do research. You know what I mean? If I say this is American coffee, just because I say it's American coffee, which it's not, it's Cuban coffee. Don't say, okay, well, Grey said it's American coffee, so it is. You know, just do some research because I could be wrong sometimes. And luckily, I have a good amount of subscribers now that will correct me and help me resolve some of those issues where I mess up. That would be a lot of discrimination. That's one thing that Survival Julia. That's one thing that piqued my interest. Is they've thrown HIPAA laws out the window over the last year. They've thrown them out the window. We the people vote people and to represent us when the F did that change. Exactly, Milo. Rip Curl. What is up, Rip Curl? It was probably me. No one likes me. Rip, you are crazy, man. You are very liked by a lot of folks, man. You are the MacGyver of the prepper community.
Actually, the whole HIPAA law thing, though, it's funny that you say that because as me running as a first responder and stuff like that, there's only certain things, and we're refreshed every year on the HIPAA law and extreme, I mean, to the T of what we can and can't say. So it's really kind of funny how some things are able to go one way, but others can't. So,
and Dragon, you're right. That would chap some of their slogans, and that's why when I said I identify as someone who got poked, because I'm using one of their slogans against them. You can't harass me now that I identify as someone that's been poked. Hold on, I saw something.
Hey, Doc Mac just became part of the Grey family.
Thanks, Doc. Truly appreciate it, man. Thanks for being part of the Grey family. And I'm going to talk about that in 1 second. Jimmy Nickens, hello, I'm here late. If you like to drink Texas Gov signed alcohol to go today. Stay safe. I hope you all be back east prepared and prepped ready. 2 weeks from the hurricane season this year. Yep, Jimmy, I am ready and rock and roll for the hurricane season. And Governor DeSantis also passed legislation in regards to alcohol as well today. So Texas, like I said, some of the states are saying, yeah, whatever the federal government does, we're going to do the opposite of.
Hey, some of the princess there's talking to the jab we should get as preppers, the tetanus shot. I don't know what you've known about the whole tetanus thing, but as a machinist that plays with metal and gets slivers in my hands on a daily basis, I did get my other one, but now it says that I'm good for 30 years after the booster. What have you heard of that, Grey?
Hold on, I got sidetracked by Bonnie. Bonnie said exactly, Grey, and then I got I'm using that statement. Gene W says I'm using that statement. James Davis, you're awesome. All right, let me catch up with chat. Just got out of Natives Bible Study. Phoenix, what's up, Phoenix? Thanks for joining us. Now, what was your question, Mark?
As me being my job, I just recently, the last time that I went in, I was asked if I had to get my booster. Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter, I thought it might have been a good idea because I'm a machinist and all I do is I touch steel, I touch stainless, copper, brass, castings, all kinds of nasty. I mean, there's castings that I pick up that are just bad to the bone. So I thought Doc says that's not a bad idea. But then they told me that I'm good for 30 years after that booster. I don't need another one for another 30 years.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. If you look at that, okay, so let's use chickenpox, right? When you get chickenpox, it's better to get it when you're young, of course. If you know how chickenpox works, it's better to get it when you're young. But once you get chickenpox, you're good. Now, I'm not saying I'm not a virologist or nothing like that, so don't get me wrong. You know, I'm just making assumptions and speculation on what we're talking about here. But like I said, the tetanus shots, you know, what is it called? When they the TB shots, you know, things like that. Once you get them done, most of the times you get stuff done, and then you don't follow up with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dragon. That show there, I Am Legend. Yeah, exactly. Don't get
Yeah, right. That is Dragon. That is actually a great, great analogy. Everybody go watch I Am Legend and see what happened to everybody who took the shot.
And there's another question. Seymour Rolling got my booster tetanus after 20 years. I'm good. Yep. Jess, no, what I'm saying as far as the HEPA laws, I can treat and do everything that I need to do. The thing of it is that I can only talk to the person, the responders coming to pick up that person, and the supervisor. No one else I can give any information. All I can say is somebody got hurt. I can't give locations. I can't give what happened in an accident, any of that kind of stuff.
A lot of folks in chat are giving us the correct information. So tetanus shots are every 10 years. The legend shot, Klingon Princess said the legend shot makes you run fast. Yeah. If you want to be a track star.
Kit Carson, so I thought they were 10 years or 10 years only. There is a booster that you can get, and then you're good for 30 years after the booster. Like I said, guys, the only reason why that I even thought about it is because I work with metal on a daily basis. And we do some nasty stuff.
That is true.
But, you know, you think about it, in a STHF situation, there's going to be all kinds of nasty stuff, but there is things that are out there that can help as far as the wild edibles.
That's good, Kaylin. I mean, you respect folks' privacies. All right, so everybody's. I'm glad because I can't if I bounce around on the internet, but 10 years, okay. I you know, funny enough, I probably haven't had a tetanus shot in 20 years.
Well, you think about it, if you guys didn't know veterinarians, the medicine that dogs, animals, horses, cows, it's almost very close to the same thing that we get. And one of the vets were talking about the rabies shot, that a dog technically only has to have that shot once, and then they're good. Don't know if that's true. That's just what I heard, but it's very interesting that concept. Same thing with somebody who's talking about chickenpox and shingles. If you ever got to chickenpox, I never got it again. I got it one time when I was a kid, and that was it. I have the immunities in my body. So think about that as a poke too. If you got sick from it, and then you're good, you have them immunities in your system. You have them antibodies in your system.
You know, what still puzzles me about this whole thing is that people are still getting infected after the fact and still getting sick. So the effectiveness of it versus the effectiveness of catching it, or the chances of catching it, you have a less chance of catching it, which is a bigger chance of the effectiveness of the poke. Does that make sense?
Let's spin this back a little farther. So everybody here knows that influenza A and influenza B has now disappeared off the face of the earth. They have no more. Okay. When you got your flu shot, how many? They would tell you that they had 3 to 7 of those that could possibly give you the flu in that flu shot out of however many that are out there. And then at the following year, they said, well, we didn't do too hot. We only hit about 3% of what was out there. Now you have 1, 2, and 3 now. Is that correct on the V or on the C? You have 3 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 of them. I'm trying to see. Someone was talking about it. Hold on. What was it? No, I got small case of shingles after having chickenpox. Gotcha. What did Moon phase?
Yeah, she said 30 years for the booster. Yeah. And I know that because we were just talking about it, and I just got mine. Because guys, I'm totally anti-shots. After me and Grey went through the military, my shot days are over.
Thanks, Phoenix, for that. I was wondering if I made sense. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some folks out there that are doing. I know a gentleman who's a good friend of mine, and he got it because he was high risk and his wife and all that stuff like that. I'm like, that's your choice. You know what I mean? As you as an American, that's your choice, and that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But what do you think, Mark, about that? Someone had stated in chat about how if someone who's gotten it, right, and then you go to the hospital and they have, let's say you need a transfusion, someone who's got it, would that transfer into your blood if you're getting the blood from another person? Because wouldn't it affect your cells?
If you have the antibodies in your system already, now theoretically, the mom passes antibodies to the child through when they're born and through the milk and everything else. The antibodies are passed, and that's why the breastfeeding is so important and critical in that couple months after, is because all of the antibodies from mom goes now to the child. I do not know how the shot works. I thought the same thing as like when Hunter was born. So I have all them shots from the military. Does that mean Hunter's covered? But that's not in your DNA. You see what I'm saying? He's thinking.
Who, me? Oh, I'm messing with chat. I was letting you talk to the folks.
So I don't really know. I don't think it's possible to get into our DNA unless. So I just found out my governor is going to do $1 million lottery, and if you get the jab, you get a chance to enter the lottery. That's bribery.
I heard that too, Jess. It was all over the news and on websites. I think
guys, why do you think they're pushing this so hard and trying to get this stuff across? We really need to check in that whole magnet thing right there. Yeah, exactly. You really have to look at it. Mark doesn't watch the chat. Yeah, I do.
Chickenpox parties, yeah. I do, D14. I do remember chickenpox parties. That's funny because we would all get it at the same time because we're all at school, and then yeah. That's funny you said that. God, it brings back memories.
I gotta switch these around because I'm looking at the wrong screen.
Mark doesn't watch chat. All right, Liz, thank you so much for stopping by. I always love seeing you in chat, Liz. Thank you so much for being here.
Take care, Liz. Good to meet you. All right, guys, I'm popping the chat out, and I'm moving it over to the other side.
Outsider, you are right on the money. That is bribery.
It is. That's the only way that they're going to get people to take that shot.
Interesting.
Or to poke.
There are documentaries on next one, and there are many books on the subject. Thanks, Debbie. I'm going to look into that. Ask if people know that I got results. Kit, where are you at, Kit? I'll ask a few people I know that got the thing and ask to magnet the area and tell me the results. I appreciate that, Kit. And Kit, when you get those results, can you please email me at GreyManPrepping@gmail.com? Because I'd really like to get some actual firsthand information.
Well, you know what? I'll get you that information tomorrow because there's 3 guys at work that I work with that I already had the second one. Some are still on the first and some are on the second. It might look kind of funny if I walk up to them with a magnet and go, let's see if this thing is going to stick or not, but I'll try.
Right, Harvey? Donuts weren't enough.
Q Kitchen Beyond, good to see you.
Q Kitchen, what is up? I do not think all of them are magnetized. So maybe it's specific ones. Let's say Johnson & Johnson or versus Pfizer or whoever. Wink said 99.7 recovery rate, and they bribe folks to get the experimental. Agreed.
I know the ones that are, I know the kind that are here, and it's not the Johnson & Johnson. It's the other one.
Oh, Zane said it's magnet test is within hours of getting it. Not, I guess it's right in the beginning.
Oh.
So anybody who's freshly tested, I guess, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out if I find anybody that's getting it, and see if I can put a magnet to their arm. These as much info on that. I'll send you his email. Thanks, Harvey. I appreciate that. Thanks, kid.
We'll find out, because if they push the subject anymore, I'm gonna be looking for a new job.
Yeah, Mike, I believe that as well.
That's how I feel about that whole thing.
Muzzle flash. There are vids on Odyssey about the magnets. Okay. Muzzle flash, I will definitely check into that. Phoenix says they're saying children's poker authorized. Some people aren't listening. They're thinking it's FDA and it's the EAU. I've heard that. 35-year veteran friend isn't, but my mom's friend wasn't at all.
Night, Jess. Take care.
Yeah, good night, Jess.
Thanks for joining.
D14, you actually got those on hand? Do you mean like the medical respirators? Or do you mean like gas masks? And just so you know, Mark, Moonface said hello.
Hi, Moon. I see you in there. I was reading your chats.
That would be interesting, Dragon, to find that out. The thing is they're not going to let the public know too much about everything. They're going to let us know what they want us to hear.
You guys know that once you crack a respirator, that those filters are only good for the ones that we use, and ours are more chemical. They have a rating on there that we have to change them out every month, and that's by OSHA standards.
Milo, you're right. That's what really concerns me a lot. When you dig into this, there's a lot of research out now. There's a group of several hundred doctors that did a thing, but it's buried. It's hard to find. I'm going to call Grey for a job if it's mandatory. Right, Doc? I wonder, Doc Mac, I must know you. Something, I don't know. Is Doc from your channel?
Nope.
Someone told me today that they watch me and they're like, I always talk to you in chat, but you don't know I talk to you in chat. Like, you don't know who it is. I say, you don't have your name on it? He's like, no. I'm wondering. He got me guessing.
You came into work today?
Yeah, but a good friend of mine said, I watch you all the time. And I said, I chat it up all the time. And I was like, really? He said, really? Well, I don't know who it is. Always be prepared. I like the name Always Be Prepared. You're very...
did I seen on the whole news feed here that Israel is sending in some troops. Ground troops are being deployed.
So Israel is going to also deploy boots on the ground in Gaza?
That's what it said.
Interesting.
I'm going to get the article so I can read it for you. It was all over Fox, but I don't.
So while we're waiting on that, so what do you guys think? They got rid of Liz Cheney, and now she's saying that she's leaving it open to run for president in 2024. Just I wanted to hear your guys' opinion on that.
So I got the Ohio governor weekly prize as vaccines, offers $1 million weekly.
Oh, really?
Gray.
Thanks, Doc. What'd you say, Mark?
So Ohio Governor Mike DeWine has made many newsworthy statements in his long career, but perhaps none has generated such an immediate response as announcing a weekly $1 million prize and a full ride college scholarship to entrants for the Ohioans to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
You're saying a lot of naughty words, Mark. We're going to get banned.
Oh,
yeah. Wink. Yeah, I verified that. There is boots on the ground. There is boots on the ground there now. And I know some people say that, how does that affect us? Down the road, it could. You never know, because basically you have to understand they're a democracy. They're being attacked. So they're attacking a sovereign state that is democratic. And when they try to get rid of the democratic situation there, then we have less. Let's say, Russia took over Crimea, and then the Chinese took over Taiwan, and so on and so forth. Basically, they're moving and taking more land and more. What am I trying to say here, man?
Here's one for you that just hit from the Guardian. 9 injured in Rhode Island shooting.
Well, here's the funny thing with that, Mark. Let me ask you a question, and I'll ask the chat the same question. When number 45 was in office for the 4 years that he was, did you see this on TV every day? Every single time I turn on the news, there is another shooting somewhere in some other state, some sort of mass shooting, some sort of this or that. When he was in office, how come I didn't see that? Now that the Dems are in office, that's all I see. Coincidence?
No. But why isn't it put inside and saying that 40? They all blame 45 for it, but you don't hear 46 getting blamed for it. All they're trying to do is say we got to remove the poo-poos before people get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. That's the agenda behind it. That's the agenda. Grayson, thanks so much for the super sticker. Always good to see you in chat.
Good to see you, Moon. Good to see you, Moon. Here's another one. News video shows Capitol Hill rioters tase and beat officer to the ground as he pleads, "I have kids."
I've seen some bad stuff. I can talk about that too. Jimmy, let me actually throw that up on the screen. Where is Jimmy at? Jimmy. Where did I see that at?
Right behind Grayson Gift.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say, and you said it well for me. So thanks, Jimmy. Bingo. That's exactly what I was trying to spit out that I couldn't spit out. So thank you so much, Jimmy, for that.
Here's a question for you all in the chat. How many Holy Wars you know that have been won?
Yeah, now if we're getting biblical in regards to that, hopefully most of you guys know the answer to that.
Ooh, so here's the CDC whole breakdown. Israel military begins ground operations against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Last I heard, they were going to deploy 9,000 troops. I don't know if that's still on the agenda or not.
I'm trying to see if I can get information on that as we speak here.
Fox News' article I'm reading right now.
Is that what they said?
Yep.
Dragon, you're right on the money with that. They are. I've seen what they're doing in California. They're turning out hardened criminals on left and right. Now, if there's some stuff going on, and I don't know the whole gist of it, but the people that were imprisoned that were on the Capitol on the 6th are being treated extremely bad. Their rights are being violated. They're spending an average of 22 hours a day in their cells. But the folks over on the West Coast that are burning the ICE building, that are burning the federal courthouse building, are getting churned out. They get arrested. Some of them get arrested, and then they get out the same day. So tell me how that's fair in our judicial system. And I just saw something. Doc Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. People might hate me, but I trained and fought with Israeli soldiers. They all were great men and women and had Marines' backs.
Thank you for your service too, Doc.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Let me see, Jimmy. None were still fighting. Trying to see where I lost. Qatar pipeline. Gotcha. If you notice, most of the mass shooters were also known to the FBI. Yeah, that makes sense. Exactly, Rip. That's what I'm saying. We see this every time they're in power. Every time they're in power, they put this.
What did we talk about it today? It takes 4 years for the other side to straighten things out and fix things, and then the Democrats think the Dems think they can. They got more room to play now. They can try out different things, and that's, if you look at it in history, that's how it shows it.
And S. Moore, you're talking about Mark's, what he just said about the Holy Wars, and you're correct. They're never won. It just drags on. Nothing is resolved.
Absolutely.
Doc Max says, Heritage, some in the community have a different feeling about Israel. What did, I'm trying to see what Heritage, what do you got? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, and I say things that some people don't like sometimes too, and I understand it. I can't be perfect. You know, we're all far from perfect. But I try to be open-minded when it comes to a lot of stuff, you know, because I'm an American, and I feel that you have a free choice to voice your opinion. I believe in the documents behind me. So that's my belief.
For now, we do.
Yeah, well, yeah, right now, you know.
And some of that, and we're getting hush-hush on that because we can't talk freely on here.
Oh, Zane, okay. Would I miss something in Kate Carr? More chaos to create more return.
Dragon, you're absolutely correct. They're claiming the Second Amendment is about hunting, but it's really about self-defense and defense against tyranny government. Absolutely.
Roger that, Q Kitchen. You know, I had someone, yeah, exactly, Dragon. I had someone today tell me, the gentleman that I was having a conversation with, he told me, he's like, hey, I said, he was talking about executive orders. And I said, far as I know, I think number 46 has wrote more executive orders than any president in history. And he was like, no, that's not right. He said, Trump did. And I was like, huh? I don't think you're right, buddy. I think you might want to go back to the drawing board and do some research.
46 has already beat him, and he's only been there, what, 160 days?
Correct. Because from I recall correctly, I think, I mean, I could Google it, but I know he wrote so many in his first few days, and then nowhere near as many as 46. And here's the thing about gun. Let's talk about gun legislation for a second. Everybody knows what gun legislation does. It only affects law-abiding citizens. It doesn't affect the criminal element. You restrict law-abiding citizens from protecting themselves and their families, and then you give the power to the criminals to rule over us because they don't care about the law. Okay, let's use New York for an instance. And Chicago, they have some of the strictest gun laws for law-abiding citizens. They have to jump through hoops to get a firearm. But they have some of the largest shootings in those cities. Because
you can go to the black market and get a gun within 20 minutes.
Bingo. All right. Did I miss something here? Yeah, amazing. My tomatoes are confused. Survival Julia. You guys want to get off this political stuff and talk about gardens? It's up to you guys. You know, where is it? Survivor Julia. She said, I heard helicopters from our Navy base today. Survivor Julia, I thought it was the end of days today. I was in my shop and I kept on hearing these jets and these huge C-130s and all kinds of stuff. And then come to find out the Air Force Base was having a air show with the Blue Angels and whatnot. I was like, okay.
We heard them fly over the top of us, not the Blue Angels, but fighter jets fly over last week. So I was sitting at work and everything's rumbling and the guys are coming over going, what is that? And I said, that's a fighter jet. Within 20 seconds later, you heard the second one go over.
Q Kitchen, I believe I believe you're right on that. Like I said, I could probably Google it, but I don't want to jump off from chat. Doc Mack, a good place. Missouri's a good state. They want to get rid of the Constitution because
Night Moon. Take care. Stay safe.
She goes to bed early, huh?
This is actually late for her.
Oh, really?
Yo.
Oh, about the rights, Gray. Okay, gotcha, Survival Julia. It's hard to sometimes keep up with chat, folks, and then I read pieces, then I get off. I get the wrong idea or whatnot. I read it wrong.
Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Let's blow Google Analytics out of the water.
Grayson Grit in Kansas. Survival Julia, you're in Jacksonville, Florida. Awesome. You're living in a great state, Julia. Matter of fact, do we want to do it like a Prepper Nurse 1 and say where everybody's at? Does everybody want to kind of call out what state they're in? Curious to see. where we got who's from where. If you guys don't mind playing that game with me, I think it's pretty cool. It's nice to see all the folks from where everybody's at. Wink, truly appreciate that. See, folks like yourself is helping this channel grow. Truly appreciate it.
Awesome, man. That's good.
Can we get an example of how democracy fails? D14, what do you exactly mean? Like specific? All right, so we got Southwest Florida, St. Lucie, Florida, near Denver, Iowa, Ontario, Canada, Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Kansas, Texas between the D and the FW, Golden Horseshoe, Canada, Minnesota.
I can't be the only Wisconsinite in here.
Melancholy. Spaceballs in the state of melancholy. Humboldt County, California, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut. Minnesota, North Carolina. Freedom in Florida. Kansas City. Wyoming. New York City. Gulfside, Florida. Penny Line. Ponty Line.
Australia. Oh,
North Florida. Queensland, Australia. Muzzle Flash, did you find me when I was over on Homestead Oz? Is that where you came across my channel? Oh, PA. Okay, I got you, Mike. PA, New York border. Gotcha. Jeff, Kentucky. Tina West, Central Florida. You're about a half hour, 45 minutes away from me, Tina.
Yeah, it's a dragon. I'm the odd man out. Now, if you guys know your history, there was a certain president that said that if, and this guy was saying, if anything would ever happen, and he was more or less talking about like Yellowstone popping and stuff like that. But they said because of the way the jet stream flows, northern Wisconsin would be the safest place to be because of the jet stream pulling down and taking all that stuff away. So let's see if anybody knows their it's not geography. Yeah, it's geography, and then their history to know what president that was.
Bonnie, I always appreciate your comments because you're in Eastern Oregon, so you know a lot of what's going on in that state. Grayson Grit is in Northeast Kansas, very close to the Kansas City, Missouri border. Jeff, you're in Florida.
Oh.
No, that was my alarm. It lets me know when it's midnight. They're trying to keep me on track and how long I'm going live. We've been live for about an hour and a half.
That's lightweight tonight.
Dove Jacobs said, did you hear about the water being cut off to Oregon farmers? I have not. I would have to look into that. And maybe, I don't know. Let me see. Bonnie, do you know anything about the water being cut off in Oregon to the farmers? I've heard, I swear it does sound familiar. Oh, okay, Muzzle Flash. That's awesome. That's awesome. Glad you made it over to my channel. You always have great comments. Yeah, I know, Kaylin. I thought about that. There's a lot of preppers and people in general on the channel that are from Florida. It would be cool to do like a Florida meetup. I just don't know how to put it together. I'm not a put it together kind of guy. I could say we can all come to my part of town and that kind of stuff. We have a full, we have a red county. We have a red city. All of our authority figures are all red, if you guys get what I'm saying. Dove Jacobs, North Carolina. Gotcha. Yeah, Bonnie's in Oregon, so I figured she might know if that's actually going on there. Because I hate speculating, and that's the problem. You know, we see things on Twitter, we see things on certain news media stations, and we don't know for sure. Like, I come to find out there was a thing going around of a lady filling up a bag full of gas, which was from 2019. It wasn't even from what's going on now. But I did get someone take a picture of someone in, I think, north part of Florida, someone taking, you know, the things that you buy at Walmart, those big containers that you put a lid on, usually you use them for storage or packing clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah, tote.
Yeah, tote. This lady had 3 of them, and she was putting gas in them. And I thought to myself, A, that's not going to work. B, it's illegal. And C, when you put it in the back of your vehicle, that's going to slosh around and cover your entire car in gas. You're going to catch yourself on fire and blow up. It's just the people that do when they panic. I wish I would have known. I need to get a GreyMan Prepping card. And like, hey, next time you want to be prepared, check this channel out.
It's just where do the people? I mean, I hate to say it, but some people, the common sense must be out the window because they just are losing their mind.
Oh, Jeff's trying to find out Washington State, if Q Kitchen's in Washington State. Gotcha.
Guys, just remember this too, is think about this as far as like Grey was talking about this before, a test. Seeing what happens. You saw with toilet paper. You saw with gas, I think in 2000, was I right? 2008, sometime 2009, somewhere in there, they had the whole scare off with the gas and everybody was flying to the pumps too. Just watch and pay attention to what's going on, and you'll get to start to see it looks like another test.
So Q Kitchen and Beyond said number 45 signed 220 in 4 years, whereas Potato Head has already signed 42 in 100 days. Okay. Thanks for that information. Muzzle Flash. So our weather is very, very similar. I know someone. What was his name? He was on Homestead Ost. He got hit by. Australia got hit by a hurricane not too long ago, right? Or well, they call them typhoons out there, I think.
Yeah, Kid Carlson, though, that is correctly. You are absolutely correct.
You know, funny you say that, Doc Mac. I pondered moving or buying property in the Ozarks over kind of where Hutch Homestead and some of the other folks out there are. I pondered it because the property is still pretty affordable out that way. Having
prime to grow stuff.
Yeah, that as well, and a nice backup bug out location in a worst case scenario.
You know that you guys can think about that. The federal and state land when you get out there is just huge. So when you go out there, no one's gonna find you. It ain't up in Canada where you got all the Mounies running around looking for people in the woods.
I want to put that up on the screen because that was very kind. Where did it go? Where is it at?
Kid Carlson?
No, where am I? Am I behind? It's Survival Julia. Where am I missing?
Slivers. I got another nasty one. I'll have to dig out tomorrow.
How did I miss that? Where is it at? Where are you at, Survival Julia? I'm gonna find you.
She is up. Hey, Shawnee, good to see you. Survival Julia is up just under Bonnie Bethel, in between Jim and Doc Comet. She's got all the emojis, hearts, and
it doesn't show me the emojis on StreamYard. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
So it was after Muzzle Flash, right? Right. So after Q Kitchen, there it is. Okay. There's Bonnie.
Right above Bonnie, Survival.
Right where it says, "Yeah, for some stupid fish."
No, it says, "Hey everyone, welcome to the best YouTube live on Thursday with Grey."
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. I can't find it. Oh man, why I can't find when I want to put something on the screen?
So guys, that's very. Supposed to be reading the top half, and I'm supposed to be watching the lower half.
Oh man, that's driving me nuts. I can't find it. But thank you so much, Survival Julia. That's truly appreciated.
I'll tell you what. I'll highlight it and repost it. Then you can just grab mine.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate that. A hurricane spins one way, a cyclone spins the other way. Yeah, I know Muzzle Flash. You know, sometimes at this hour, after putting in 13 and a half hours at work and then coming, my brain starts to get fried at the end of the day.
So just catch mine on the bottom. There it is. That's not from me. That's from Survival Julia.
Yeah, that's what Survival Julia wrote. And I truly appreciate that, man. That makes me feel really good. It really does. Awesome. You know, it's just stuff like that makes me feel that doing YouTube is so worthwhile with folks like yourself.
That's why we do YouTube, is for you guys. If it wouldn't be for you, we wouldn't have a channel and we wouldn't be doing YouTube. I would have never met Grey. He would have never met me. So it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I almost got a little emotional after reading that, man. Just to be honest with you, man, I was like, man, that's really cool to say something like that.
And D-Jabs, I did read your comment about the cutting up the kraut. That's why I don't use those things. I like putting it in my processor a lot quicker.
What's up, Rudy from the Alaska Prepper? Glad you could join us, brother.
Good to see you, Rudy.
How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Oh, Rudy, and specifically to you. So I went because I was mailing a bunch of stuff off, and I went because I don't want to get you store-bought avocados. And I went to my my what do they call them? My produce guy that gets fresh produce, and he told me that it'll be 7 to 12 days when they get the Dominican avocados, the aguacate, the good ones. And as soon as they come to me, I'm going to send you a dozen of them. Okay, so I haven't forgotten about you, brother. They will be coming your way. As soon as they're in my possession, I will be mailing them out.
The good avocados.
The good avocados, yeah. And Rudy, they're not
today. Never guess what I found at my local store here.
What'd you find?
Elderberry.
Really? But
I'm doing the research now to let me know if I can grow them here.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if there's a way that I can send you guys one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to send one or not. Find out.
That would be awesome. Yeah, and then to come to find out, Rudy, sending those avocados is not that expensive. It's not going to be that expensive at all.
I got to talk to Rudy and see how. I've got powdered eggs. I didn't like the flavor of mine.
Thought of you today. I remember I was in Costco wishing they had Keystone beef. Also was wondering if the Costco had any avocados. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna make sure Rudy gets a nice bundle of good avocados. And the shipping on it, it's only gonna. It said 3 to 5 days. They're gonna get it there, a priority mail with tracking and everything. So it's cheaper than I expected it. It's not that expensive. I was shocked. I'm just in it for the education. That's been a little more for long, but I'm getting attached to my favorite channels, Gray. I appreciate that, Doc Mac. And that I'm like that too, man. There's certain channels that I watch every time they put out content, and some channels that I try to catch up on because there's a lot of channels out there. I can't watch everything, and I can't comment as much as I used to because I have my own channel. But folks know every once in a while when I get a chance, I'll jump on their lives and say hello. Like I said, what's up to Homestead Oz? I said, what's up to Papa Prepper today? I was even on Van Life with Gina this morning. So I try to support other folks as best as I can.
Dragon, if I could grow pineapples, that would be 100% right. I'd have them all over the place.
Nutrient Survival has the best powdered eggs. I think the only powdered eggs I have, let me see something real quick. I think I have powdered eggs.
I got some in a can, but I want to make my own from my own chickens. And when I did it, they were very tasted like protein, really strong.
Yeah, the ones I got, they're not the powdered eggs. Well, I mean, it's like powdered eggs. This is the farm scrambled egg mix that I got right now. But I'll have to try the Nutrient Survival because I'm always looking to diversify my my freeze-dried foods. Yeah, right. Phoenix, to be honest with you, I haven't probably sold a shirt in probably 2 or 3 months. I need to come up with something new. And I keep on saying I am, but I get sidetracked.
Brian, yeah, prepping channels are exploding the last year, which is awesome. And I see that the homesteading people are actually combining the two, which is great. I mean, that is to me the ultimate.
Thanks, Grayson Grid. You're making me blush.
No, all he needs is that Rambo last name and be all set.
Yeah, right? Zane, that's my goal. I just don't. I bought a generator, which is a lot of money. So the next thing I want to get a dehydrator, but for Florida, the primary new thing, because my old generator is old, so I needed a huge, powerful. I was talking to Rudy, and he recommended to me a couple of generators, and he gave me the whole specs and how it works, and how much power you should have, and having a bunch of generator information. And so I went with this one, and I picked that up, and that kind of takes some of my money, or my expendable cash that I use for my preps, and then I do want to get a dehydrator, and also I'm probably going to buy the cheap Presto canner to start doing that, but I'm going to do some other stuff as well. But I got to learn the canning aspect first. Phoenix says, "You're so right." I don't think so. Do I? Now you guys got me looking at myself in the camera. How are the powdered eggs from Augustin Farms? I got a couple cans of that. Never tried it. Honestly, kid, I enjoy them. I take the powdered eggs, a little hot sauce, man, on it, and it's so good. I do some salsa. I cut up some avocados on there for the good fats, the protein. I enjoy it. I'm doing my best this week, and it's not really taking on frustration on me.
Yeah, well, if I'm in Wisconsin.
CB, we'll send prayers your way. We want everybody to be happy, and hopefully that stress will be removed from your life. And not in a bad way. I mean, like, things get good. Larson, Rolling is in Wisconsin. He's in northern Wisconsin. Hey, Harvey Black. Me and Bear had a conversation today. Thank you, Survival Julia.
Lady Cassia, how's it going? Like to see the homesteading channels. That's
Doc Mac. You exactly. I've been a prepper for a long time before I came on YouTube. Back in 04, 05 is when I started my journey down the prepping side of things and being prepared. Chris is the answer. Welcome. Thanks, CB. I truly appreciate that. See, you guys are so super supportive. Even at whatever, I mean, on my side, it's late, but you know what I mean? 12 something at night. And that's why I do. Some people say, man, why do you do YouTube on Thursdays? You work, a 13 and a half hour shift and you're going to go do YouTube for a couple hours. I said, because I love my subscribers. I want to, Thursday night is my night to just kind of chit chat about anything and just have a good time. So
well, we have right now, I've got 25 apple trees on the property. I got 2 quinces. I've got 2 pears, 2 plums and 1 cherry. And I lost my peach tree. So I can grow some fruits that are acclimated to cold weather. Specifically, all my stuff that I grow here is if a greenhouse or cold weather environment. Good to see you, Christ is the answer.
Dragon says, if you leave your house and go left, you're in Canada. If you go right, you're in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm up there.
Grace and Grit, thank you so much for the super sticker. And just so you guys know, for the super chats and the super sticker, the super chats and the super stickers, all go into the drawing at the end of the month for the super chat of the month giveaways. Every month I'm doing a giveaway for the people that super chat. Each time they put a super sticker or a super chat, they get an entry. And as you guys see, Monty killed it last time and won. Is Monty and Josh still in chat? I haven't seen their names come across the board in a while. I'm curious now. Did Monty and Josh take off? Oh, so. Monty's still there.
Oh.
And let's see if Josh is still there.
Josh must have went to bed. Nomad Prepper, good to see you.
Oh, now we can give Josh crap for not being in chat.
I didn't see Monty either.
Oh, I typed in Monty's name. He's here.
Oh.
What's up, Tiger 454? Glad you could join us.
Oh, Larson Loft. Yeah, I'm in southeast Wisconsin. Okay.
There you go, Mark.
There's another cheesehead in here.
Is it so our Wisconsin cheese curds is really as good as they say they are?
They're better.
Because you know what kind of cheese curds I've had, Mark? And you're going to laugh.
Deep fried.
Huh?
Deep fried or mozzarella?
No, I've had Culver's cheese curds. That's all the cheese curds I've ever had.
There's nothing like, because I know the gas station when it gets hit to the drop off, and their cheese curds are still warm and squeaky.
Milo on the ready said, lost an apple tree, didn't lose your cherry.
Phoenixes put a mask on, Gray.
If I own one, if I owned a mask, I could.
Yeah, I think we're over the legal limit of people this would be considered a large crowd.
Yeah, right. There's like 91 of us in chat right now.
That's awesome, guys. That's how everybody grows, is share each other out and go check out everybody's channel. That's how you guys are going to grow, and that's how everybody grows.
Survivor Julia, no, she has not. She is full-fledged into the gardening bug. She's dropping seeds. She's making me. My whole backyard is going to be a garden eventually. Watch, we're going to have to fill in the pool and put some raised beds, and the whole backyard is going to be a garden before I know it.
I'll show you some videos of actually. It was in the Philippines, and they took jugs, water jugs. They took milk jugs. They cut that top off, and they filled it up with soil. Put some drain holes in the bottom. They had lettuce in there. They had beans in there. They put it on the wall, and they nailed them all to the wall. All these plants.
Josh gave me some good ideas for the tomato plants. The outsider says, Mark, all my dad's family is in Fort Atkinson and Viola, Wisconsin.
Viola?
I might be saying it wrong. Viola.
Yeah. Iola, I think is what she's trying to say. That's okay.
Do we really have that? I'm going to refresh my screen because YouTube doesn't do it anymore. Wow, Jeff, you are correct. We have 121 likes. That is awesome.
Pound that thing. Pound it.
Thanks, Nomad. I appreciate that. GG says, I miss Wisconsin cheese curds. Tillamook cheese curds? You ever heard of Tillamook cheese curds? Bonnie
Nope.
Bethel.
I tried goat cheese for the first time a couple of years back, and I don't think I'll try it again.
You didn't like it?
I was not impressed. I'll tell you that, and I'm a cheesehead.
Survivor Julie, that's good. I do the payday preps as well with Augustin's Farms. I've tried a few other ones, and right now Augustin's Farms is one of my favorite ones. And no, I'm not affiliated with them. I wouldn't mind, but I think I'm too small. I did get an email today. Someone wants me to review a product. They're kind of a startup, and I have to write a letter to them because I want to let them know if I review this product and if it's crap, I'm going to be 100% honest with folks. I'm not going to blow smoke up someone's butt and say, hey, this thing here is the best thing every prepper should have it. Because if it's a piece of crap, I'm going to tell you it's a piece of crap.
Yep. I did that too. I did the exact same thing. And I've got some grade A ones like the porta potty and everything else.
So Jeff is consuming Famunda cheese curds. I don't know if anybody knows what Famunda cheese is. I know it is. I think Jeff specializes in eating Famunda cheese curds.
You go in there. That's nasty, Jeff.
Wow, Milo, I haven't seen an A&W root beer shop in quite some time.
They got them here, buddy.
Really?
Yep, the old style where you drive up on the side there and they come out and take your order.
We have Sonics, which are crap to me. The only thing we got around here is the Dairy Queens, the full size Dairy Queens. But like I said, I just don't eat a lot of fast foods. It's like a rare occasion.
That's a good thing because now after I learned of all the preservatives in them, I won't touch any of that stuff.
Janie W says Walmart has the 4-day 2-person Augustin's Farms for $19.99, which is almost $40 on Amazon. I will be going to Walmart to check that out. Because if they're you'd be buying a lot of it.
The problem that I see, though, is go and check your cal intake. You can go to Walmart.com right now and go to Amazon and look at the variants. But at that price, I'd really want to see what their cal intakes are because I'm wondering if they're a lot lower than what are in the other ones.
Oh, versus the Amazon ones?
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Someone said, Phoenix doesn't like anything goat. Like I said, most folks, there's a lot of things that some people don't like, but in a true shift event, people will eat, anything, even like tree rats and stuff.
Hey, tree rats are good.
I agree. I love them. Crisis Answer says she's never had cheese curds.
Cheese curds are, guys, too, I'm going to be getting here shortly. We did buy the cheese wax so we can preserve our own cheese and put it on a shelf, and some people have already done that, and it's phenomenal. You can buy that cheap cheese, dip that in that wax, and put it on the shelf for a rainy day, and it's supposed to be phenomenal. So I'm going to be trying that out. Spaceball says I'll eat dog food first.
That's great, man.
That's what spam's for.
Over and over again, I'm sorry to be repetitive, folks, but you guys, and I'm looking dead at you guys. You guys are such a phenomenal community. You're just some great folks. And I know I'm not trying to blow smoke up your butt or nothing, but you guys truly are. It's just so much fun hanging out with you folks.
It is.
And as I'm growing, I'm meeting more and more new people. And I hope I have a few mentors out there that help me out with a lot of stuff that are giving me the direction I wanted to. I had a long talk with some folks. All right, now I'm going to check Amazon for the same thing.
I got it. You want to share the screen? I'm not seeing the $40 one though.
Augustin's Farms 48-hour 4-person emergency food supplies, 95 ounces, $19.97. Did you find the Amazon one?
I'm looking right here on Augustine here, and I farm breakfast and dinner variety pack pail supply 4-gallon. They want $60 for it
on Amazon. Let's see if they're both the same. If we want to compare prices, we need to make sure that we get the correct info out and make sure that they are the same exact.
72-hour 4-person emergency food kit, 4 pounds 7 ounces, $63.
All right, so here's what I found, and I will show you folks. I will share my screen. Oh, you want me to share my screen or your screen? That's not the right one, Mark.
It's not?
No. I'll show you what I'm talking about here.
That's probably why it's so expensive. Anytime they got emergency on it.
So this is a 48-hour. Let me move this up so you guys can see it. This is what's on. This is what's on Amazon, right there. So you can see that the label on there. You guys can see that there. So and they have that price for $37.93. The same one at Walmart is $19.97. So right now, if you're looking for this bucket, Walmart does have the better deal. You can save, what is that, 37, so almost $40. So you're getting it for 50% off. So if you guys are looking for something like this, right now Walmart has a sale on it, and I would suggest if you have the extra money and you enjoy Augustin's Farms, or need some, if you have some payday preps, that might be an option because you're getting it half the cost that you would get it on Amazon.
All right, I found this one here. This one is there's Augustin Farms 72-hour 1-person for $24.99. And right here is a cal intake. So the cal intake is a creamy chicken flavored rice and chicken potato. If you look at the cals, otherwise the other two, the maple brown sugar oatmeal is 120, and the banana chips are 190. So you get 8 servings per container, which is equivalent to 1/3 of a cup.
Oh, there's something I want to share with you folks while we're doing the screen sharing stuff. I was watching another channel that I really enjoy a lot, and let me find. I saved it on my Amazon. He's coming out with the book. He has I don't know if you guys know him by name. His name is Joshua Enyart, also known as the Gray-Bearded Green Beret. I am going to be buying this book when it comes out in July, I think it is. Is that when it's coming out? July 13th. I will share my screen with you. If you guys want, you can wait till I get it and I can share it with you folks and give you my opinion on it. But he is a good channel. But this is the book. A lot of great information. I've been watching the Gray-Bearded Green Beret for quite some time. He is coming out with his book. I think this is his first book, he said. And I'm looking forward to this. It comes out July 13th. So I'll let you, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna pre-order it, and I'm gonna have it in my repertoire because it's a smaller book that you can kind of take in the thing. But he is a very intelligent person. If you ever watch this channel,
guys, don't forget too on Tuesday mornings at 10 o'clock. Me and Gray do a Wake Up America show. So we flip flop from week to week. So this Tuesday will be on Gray's channel. Last Tuesday we're on my channel. We have a lot of good information and we go through a lot of different things on that in the morning show.
Oh, Kaylin, you're subscribed to him. I was gonna say I like how he does his videos and how he adds a little bit of humor in there as well, but also his history, his background, and he also goes around the U.S. and teaches classes, survival classes and whatnot. So I think he is a licensed trainer, survival skills trainer or something like that.
And Nomad Prepper, I do too. I make my own.
Yeah, I one of these days I'd love to get him on the channel, just because I respect the guy, and we both have gray in our title. And Bonnie, when I get the book, I will let you guys know about it as well. Can I have his channel, please? I think Harvey Black dropped the channel right above you. Where is it at? Where did it go?
Bonnie, yeah, Harvey.
Price is the answer. It's right above you. Price answer. Harvey Black dropped his channel for me.
Red Burning Fires, good to see you.
But yeah, I mean, check his content out. He is very knowledgeable. He just did a recent video on ferrocerium rods, and it was excellent. Proper techniques and things that you should not do and should do, and how to use them properly, from large ferrocerium rods to small ferrocerium rods. I even learned a little bit watching that video, and I've been using ferrocerium rods for quite some time. He talks about some of them are softer, ways to do it one-handed. A lot of great information on that video. I was pretty impressed. And some people think, oh, I don't want to watch a ferrocerium rod, a fire starting rod. It was really good. It was really good.
Just get the big boys, and you got to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, he usually minimum a 1/4 inch. His favorite ones are. He said his brand. I forget the name of the brand that he uses. But he prefers them at least 5 inches in length and about a 1/4 inch thickness. And he uses the 8-inch ones in cold weather environments to get more of that,
Get the push in there. That's why I got them big boys.
Jamie, coconut oil is great.
These are the,
Oh, the big, yeah, I see that one.
These are the big boys. And let me tell you, that's exactly when you can, there was test runs that they were going 20, 30, 40 feet out and throwing sparks and lighting fires with it. So.
Yeah, he does he calls it the pin and pull method. That's one of his the method that he prefers most of the time. And
I like doing that with like on like a bird nest and stuff like that, where you have that stuff likes to fly all over. So if you're taking like your cattail tops and stuff, because they're very flammable. Mm-hmm. The other thing too, guys, if you did know, if you're in a cold environment like that, cattails are an awesome insulator. So if you're getting cold, you can jam that inside between your jacket. It's a great way to be insulated, but at the same time, remember also it's very flammable.
Survivor Julia, you're right about the thing, but if you order online, because that was just looking at online prices, you can order online and have it shipped to your house for that price. Bonnie Bethel said that's a huge one. I have a Schrade and a couple other ones that are pretty solid. They're pretty big, but it's in my bag, my get home bag right now. Because the one I keep on me most of the time is on my Leatherman that I have for my EDC. Maybe I should do an EDC video one of these times. I don't know. I figured everybody's done it. No one wants to see what's in GreyMan's pockets.
It all depends on what I'm doing. My EDC can change daily.
ProTech Camp fire starter. My Walmart delivery was out of most of their Augustin farms. Wow, that sucks, Q Kitchen. You figure large businesses, large corporations like that should have a warehouse full of that stuff. But everybody is in the prepping mode. There's a lot of folks that are getting into prepping after everything they've seen over the last year and a half. That's why you've seen a lot of channels spring up.
A lot of guys are asking the question, am I late?
Yeah.
Or did I miss the boat?
Stop the bleed.
One of the things that, like you said the other day, don't go and break the bank.
Do not put yourself in debt to be prepped. And Rudy's done some great videos on how to do that. I've discussed it as well. When it comes to, like I said, you pay your bills, you put this away, and then you just put a little bit of you put a certain amount of money that you can afford. Some of your disposable income that you can use. So let's say instead of going out to eat to a fancy restaurant, or instead of going and doing this or doing that, you can take that money and use it for some of your preps. And this is my personal view. If you're going to start somewhere when it comes to prepping, is start on food.
I think, Kaylin, that's what this one is this is a Nathan's 4071. I think this is one of his. I don't remember if this one or if it's a different one. I know I got one that's even bigger than this. But that's where I get my flower rods from.
Nice. That's nice, Q. Alexa Pure. Those are solid. The Alexa Pures. I forget. There's some other one. I want to get a full size Berkey, especially after talking to Harvey and the whole, BPA stuff.
You guys haven't seen that live stream? That's one to go check out too. The whole BPA and BPS. I even are blowing people's minds at work.
Tiger 454. There's a lot of information there about 5G, and there is some theoretical information out there, but it can be. It would be a long video. I'd have to get more into discussion. And if you want, Tiger, I'll see if I can put some research together and maybe talk about it next week, just so I can have the notes in front of me so I don't mess up anything. Keystone cans. I've been collecting them from Walmart online for I could find them in hamburgers once. Keystone. I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, I watch pretty much all of Rudy's videos. Plus, I'm a member, so I get to watch some special videos. He's good at his member videos. That's pretty good, Doc. I had a gift card I used to pay for my lunch today. I only paid for the second drink to take with me.
Doc, that's what I do is I get one that I buy in the morning, and then because I drink my coffee at home because the coffee there stinks. When I was in the military, I could drink any coffee I ever had. No, not so much.
Really, Spaceballs? A Berkey is not allowed in California? Why? How can that be? Are you serious?
I gotta check that out.
Yeah. You should go to the Berkey site and put a California zip code in and see what they do.
That's a good way of doing it, right?
Yeah. Because that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. Folks, we're not going to go too much longer. I think we're at 2 hours.
Right.
I don't want to keep you guys up all night. I'll keep me up all night. I got to work tomorrow again.
Here's www.berkey.com. Right now they got $65 for the filters. Enter your email and sign up for 18% off. Filters are sold out.
Proprietary, Spaceball says. Ace Hardware started carrying their Pure Brain canning jars. I like them better than Ball and Kerr. I tested for lead with a home kit, and they were okay. Heavier than Ball jars, more square-shaped. Don't
allow it to freeze.
Berkey didn't do the extended testing for California regulations. Wow, really? How many regulations does California have? Good night, Rudy. Thanks so much for hanging out with us for a little bit, man. Truly appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure to see you in chat, brother. I'll probably see you. I will see you Sunday on your live stream for sure.
$333 right now for the Imperial Berkey filters. Berkey water filter system. Okay, sorry. With 2 filters.
Caitlin said probably 2 million rigs there. He's actually, wow, he's going to be in Tallahassee. Interesting. June 6th. Maybe I should take a trip up to Tallahassee. It's only about a 3 or 4 hour drive.
So for you guys that have fluoride, there's add-on filters to the Berkey so you can get rid of your fluoride.
Doc.
What am I missing?
Doc says, I don't have to be up for 6 hours. Let's roll.
Now he's speaking my language.
Well, technically, Mark could run the stream. I can blank out, and Mark could be running the whole stream.
So the lifespan of it is 3,000 gallons per filter. So with dual filters, you got 6,000 gallons.
Nice. Phoenix, you're right. Life straws are okay. They can clog up really easy. They only do 10,000 gallons. The Sawyer Mini is a better option. It's like maybe $10 more, and they do 100,000 gallons.
Not only that, is once you take them out of the bag, look at how they're designed.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the bacteria that you're filtering to so that you can drink that's in there where there's not a flush system. I think the Sawyer has a flush system on it.
Janie W, that would be, if Rudy was still in chat, I would have him answer that question because he is really good when it comes to solar generators. But I would have to do a little bit more research before I can specifically give you an answer because what I have is different than what I would say or what I would recommend.
So you can get the big Berkey. It's for 2 to 4 people. That's a $388.
What did I just see here? I'm good for the night. Good night, Tiger 454. And CB says they prefer the Sawyer too.
Replacement filters, Harvey, are for 2 of them. The black Berkey filters are $120 a piece.
Okay, Rudy, I'll copy and paste that and tag you in it. Where was that question at? Here we go. The question will be from Janie W. Rudy. I'll copy that and paste it and then put your name at the end of it.
You want to share the screen so Harvey can see that?
Oh yeah, hold on. Sorry. I'm just trying to, let me put this here and that should pop up. There you go, Rudy.
Now, what for people that like me that have a well, wouldn't you think they would put inline filter system?
Oh, okay. Sorry, Target 454.
And these ones are sold out. The black Berkey fluoride filter bundle, so you get, oosh. So pretty much half of the Berkey is in the filters.
Matter of fact, while you guys are talking about that, I'm going to pull something up that Sawyer did new.
Yeah, Harvey, they are expensive. I got the one with the clotted silver in it. So,
is the Alexa Pure very similar to the Berkey?
I never even heard of Alexa Pure. Yeah, you're right, Harvey. 120.
All right.
Yeah, Nomad Prepper. That's what I was talking about. Is I do have a couple inline. I picked them up and put them away for a rainy day, the inline filters for RVs. I thought they would be a good alternative.
Or Rudy, did you mean maybe Rudy wanted me to put it like up on the screen?
No.
I don't know if Rudy, if you're still in chat, I can do that as well. I can find it for you because I have it right above me. But while we're waiting for that, yes, Berkey and Alexa Pure are very similar. Okay. I wanted to show you what Sawyer just came out with not too long ago. If you want a quick solution, like a really quick, affordable solution, they made a Sawyer. If you're familiar with the Sawyer brand, now they have one. As soon as it stops blinking and going crazy, there it goes. That connects to your sink.
Interesting.
Yep.
What's how many gallons can you get out of that?
I think it's the 100 gallons. Let's go to the details here. Okay, up to 500 gallons a day. My brain, 4 ounces, micron.
So it's saying it can filter 500 gallons a day, but does it give you a deadline? Weird.
Let me see if I can find more. Sorry, I'm moving fast because I'm trying to see if it gives me more information. How long does the tap filter last in use? Each tap filter is capable of filtering more than 500 gallons of water per day. Proper use and maintenance of the filter will allow this filter to be used for 10 years.
Whew.
Wow.
It's amazing. How much does that one cost?
It's not much, to be honest with you. I saw it at was it Walmart or Bass Pro? I think it was about 35, 40 bucks.
That ain't bad. That might be worth investing in.
Yeah, that's why I was pondering it.
The RV says, "Well, I'm gonna get two."
Right? I'm trying to see. Let me see if we can. It'll tell us where we can. Yeah, there we go. So let's say we can check it real quick while we're sitting on here. Oops.
No, you can't. It says error.
Is there a search bar? And we won't stay on too longer. Here, Sawyer tap water fill system. So yeah, 40 bucks. $39.99.
Wow, that's a
pretty decent, eh?
Well, I'm just wondering what it filters. What's it's
0.1 micron. 99.99999% of bacteria.
Yep.
Salmonella, cholera, E. coli, protozoa, microplastics.
And it's made out of plastic.
Yeah, I think the filter is made out of something else. I forget exactly what it's made out of. It exceeds EPA recommendations for removal rates. Comes with a backwash adapter, thread spigot adapter, dual thread adapter, 2-inch extension hose. I don't know. I saw it. I know a lot of people don't know about it. I just saw it last week or so, and I mentioned it to someone, and they said that they didn't know about it.
Yeah, because we're using filter systems on some of our stuff, and we got to change them out. It's like once a week we got to change them out, and they're gigantic filters. I mean, they're huge for some of the machines that we use, especially in their EDMs. The filter systems on there are huge, and they're changing them out monthly because they're running city water through them.
I hear you, B3 Outdoors, and that comes with everything. Last 7 kills. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Truly appreciate it. Sorry, I had the screen up. I couldn't see anything. What about metals? Doc Mac, I would have to do more research. It's a new product, so I can't be 100%. I could buy one and run it for a while and then kind of give you guys my my thoughts on it after running it.
And you know any friends down there that do water sample testing?
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. I have a guy that works in a water processing plant that could run that test water. I'll do my tap water. I'll run that for a couple of days and do that water, and then run it for, let's say, a month, and then do that test, and then kind of show you guys the outcome of all of it. And we'll use it every day. You know what I mean? To clean. We'll even use it to do dishes. We'll just keep it on there. We'll just run it and see how many gallons we run through it. All right. What about metals? Oh no, I already read that. Doesn't it take the lead out? Harvey Black, I can double check. I don't know if it says lead or not. Let me see here. It doesn't state it on there. It just says bacteria, protozoa, microplastics.
The best thing would be to go to the see if they got an MSDS sheet for it.
True. I would have to do more digging for that.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you guys on that. But I just wanted to share something like that, just because if it's an affordable option, even at $40, and if it lasts a couple of months, it's not too bad. Or maybe that is too bad. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking of Berkey and the price of a Berkey. How long do you get out of a Berkey? You said what, 6,000 gallons?
Long time.
Yeah. But I just know a lot of people can't afford the Berkey. Let me do more research on this product, and I'll get back to you folks on this. Yeah, I'll be the guinea pig, Bonnie. I don't mind. And even if it is filtered, what will you purify it? I must have missed something. We use water for bathing, dishes, laundry, cleaning, lots more, and drinking. But yeah, I will do some some research on that. Survival Juliet's $39.99. It says you can buy them on Amazon, Academy, Bass Pro, Cabela's, Menards, Dick's Sporting Goods, Moose Jaw, Walmart, Sportsman's Warehouse, Shields, Scout Shop, bunch of places.
Milo, if you're purified water, you still boiling it's how you do it.
Right, Jeff? MSDS, material safety data sheets.
They changed it now. It's SDSs now. It's not MSDSs anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I just went through my OSHA 10 and my OSHA 20, and you want to talk about listen to paint dry. Terrible.
Well, Harvey, I just read what you said and I Googled it. But isn't it similar to something like this? Like these things? The zero water filter? Or is it different? I haven't never used this. I bought it and then we started talking about plastic, so I haven't used it since. I haven't even opened it.
Doc, your answer to that, yes, I did. They had it was a couple years back, Wisconsin was going to put out grants for solar power. So I got a hold of the company in Florida, and the week that they were supposed to come up and do the install and stuff, I called the guy up and I asked you, hey, well, how does your solar panels work in minus 30 below and no sun for 7 days? And he said, not good.
Last seven kills, Josh Connor sent me. Well, I appreciate that, and thank you again for the super chat. Are you talking about Gardner, Josh? Because I'm pretty sure that's Josh. That's pretty cool, Josh. Tell him I said thank you. Hello from Minnesota, Stuart and Lisa Martin.
Minnesotans.
Different. A zero water filter is like a pitcher. Yeah, that's what I was kind of showing you, the Brita. Some folks had suggested the Brita to me at one point, but then Harvey scared me with BPA stuff. So Tiger 454, thanks so much for the super chat. Do you utilize solar? What system panels or generators do you have? Are you talking to me or Mark, Tiger?
I don't use solar panels because when I found out that solar panels up here are extreme cold weather, are kind of harsh on some of them, according to the businesses up there, and they're down there by gray. And then the fact of the matter is that we can go we weren't 7 days that time without sun, so we'd have to do some kind of battery and stuff like that to store power. I'm looking more into the wind turbines because as you can see with the picture behind me, these big fields, the winds kick up here. It's crazy. Everything's got to be bolted to the ground.
If you're talking about me, I have a Jackery 160, and then I just bought a Furman Tri-Fuel. The Jackery is the solar. I want to get a Blue Yeti, but they're just very, very expensive. Hey, look who's back, Gardner Josh.
Yeah.
We were looking for you, Josh, and we couldn't find you. Monty was still here.
They're gonna tear into you.
Last Josh. 7 skills is my son. Oh, okay, that's awesome. I appreciate that, Josh. I'll take that back. I'll be nice to you. Oh no! Look, now I'm typing in Monty. Monty disappeared. Now we got to give Monty crap. He didn't stay for the whole live stream.
Okay.
But Josh, next time you see Monty disappeared on us. But I know it's late. I can't mess with people. But no, I appreciate that, Josh. That's really cool. Josh, since Monty's using Mrs. Monty, Josh is going to use his son. So they're going to be double dipping for the Super Chat of the Month giveaway. Smart, very smart. D14 is still here. I appreciate that. Yeah, Kayla, we were going to send a search party out for Josh. Good night, CB. I need to wrap it up. We're almost 2.5 hours. I get carried away sometimes. We get down these rabbit holes and whatnot and conversations. So, and they kind of lead in it. But
we can take it over tomorrow night because I usually hornswoggle him in to come on my live stream on Friday night. So he's up there.
Last 7. That's awesome. Last 7. I got a Jackery 240 and a solar panels. It starts. It's a start. Yeah, no, the Doc Mac, I agree. I would like to get a bigger one, but I have a lot of different things on solar. I have solar bricks that I did a review on that was really good. I have several of those. I have one in all my bags. I have one in my get home bag, my bug out bag. I have one of my daughters, my wife. I have them all over the place. Just because they're for that immediate, out in the run kind of stuff. Because you can't just take Jackeries, and they got more weight to them. It's more like some of the bigger ones are more for like a truck solar generator. The Energy 1500 is finally beginning to ship. It's an awesome unit. Is that the one that a Canadian prepper talked about? Because I looked at that one too. It is pretty nice. No problem, Jen. That's cool, Jen. Like I said, family comes first. I tell everybody, regardless if I'm live and you don't have the time, if you got things to do, you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to be out with the family. That's the priority. So catching them in the replay is awesome. That's also being supportive. Last 7 skills. Welcome to the Grey family. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Percheron has more power, better warranty, longer recharging than a Jackery and cheaper. Really, Zonde? I'll have to look into that because I am looking for a bigger one. I have a tri-fuel, want to check into solar for our property. Okay, Tiger 454. Yeah, so, if you ask, like I said, Rudy at the Alaska Prepper knows a lot about these solar Jennies, power stations or whatnot. I know everybody tells me the Blue Yetis are the best, but the Blue Yetis also cost a lot. I've looked at the one I want, and it's about a couple $1,000. It's cost more than my tri-fuel monster generator.
Yeah, mine was my tri-fuel, or my one. I think it's called Mad Max. That thing was very expensive, but I can run my whole house on it.
I appreciate that, Les Evan. I like seeing green across the screen. You guys are it's pretty cool. I like to see, I guess, colors. Someone told me that they had a super chat challenge one time and they wanted to see if they can make a rainbow because I guess every super chat has different colors and they were turning the whole screen all different colors. It was pretty intriguing. People get creative with stuff out there.
Well, it looks like I know what I'll be talking tomorrow about.
Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah.
But all right, folks, that being said, we've been running almost 2.5 hours. Let's go, Josh. That's hilarious. He's going to challenge his dad. I appreciate that, Jen. And that's the behind us. Everybody knows that Thursday is not really topic specific. We'll have guests on, like Mark or any other folks that want to, join sometimes. We talk about a varied subject, sometimes political, sometimes prepping, preparedness, bushcraft. We kind of go through a lot of different things on Thursdays, and it's always fun. We also break down that usually when we do the giveaways, I save those for Thursday nights to kind of pull winners. And then every once in a while, I'll do a pop-up giveaway on Thursday just for fun. I think the last person that won the pop-out giveaway was Ark Wildman Survival.
I think last Friday we did a recap from what you were talking about, and then on my channel on that Friday night we kept going on there, and we got a lot more going with that. So we share.
Chris's answer. I forgot what I have. Chris's answer. I'm that same way. I forget all kinds of good things. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the energy as well. I was watching, because sometimes, Canadian, he can put some pricey things up, but I looked at it. I looked at the research behind it, and it is pretty solid the way it works. I'm still pondering it. They're on pre-order, I think, or they are releasing them here soon. They had the older version, I think the Apex or something like that, but they're pretty solid.
Tennessee Tactical, good to see you.
Rolling Homestead. Well, that was I sent a pic to Gray forward to you for my latest work project. What did Josh sent me a text? Can you send this to Mark? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I will send it to Mark. I can forward it to Mark.
Guys, too, don't forget, if you guys are looking for us any questions, you can find us on the Instagram. Gray's got it on top of his channel on his channel art, so do I. Good way to get in touch, and both of our emails are down below in our description about channel.
So that picture I'm sending you, Mark, is what Josh sent me. What's up, Tennessee Tactical? A lot of people start rolling in when I'm about to shut it down. Thank you, GreyMan. Rolling home. So what time is your live stream tomorrow? Survival Julia is asking. Is it 11:30?
Yeah, mine 11:30 your time, 10:30 my time.
Yeah, because this is my Friday for YouTube. I won't be back. I'll be I join Mark, and stuff like that. But I do my content, and Harvey usually throws my schedule up there. I run my content Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I do YouTube 5 days a week, and then take 2 days off to catch up on stuff, do some research, and spend time with family. And I figure you guys understand that. One of these days, if I can do YouTube full time, I'd do it 7 days a week. But I would do more outdoor stuff. I'd probably be doing some, off-grid camping and stuff like that, which hopefully the channel will evolve enough and I might have the opportunity to do stuff like that. I do have some camping trips and stuff planned down the road for this summer. So look forward to that. I do got some pretty interesting things coming out this year.
That's pretty cool, Josh.
Good night, Grace and Grit. And thank you so much again for the super chat. You are truly appreciated. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. GreyMan, I had you all on my TV. Oh, nice. Tennessee, I do that too. I watch a lot of folks on the TV, and I want to interact, but I can't. So then I'll use my phone and we watching the TV and texting on my phone in the chat. It's not a problem, Nomad. I mean, everybody. There's so many streams going on, man. It's hard to keep track of folks. Like I said, Thursday nights at 10:30 used to be open for me. And now I've been seeing 3 or 4 other people, or maybe even more. Just everybody's just going live now. But I have a great group of folks that, whenever I go live, a lot of folks show up. Like when I did that Wednesday stream, that was the Wednesday. It was usually I don't stream on Wednesdays. I went for a half hour. I had over 125 people in that chat. I was pretty shocked. A bunch of new names too. So it was pretty cool that the channel's growing and a lot of folks are interested in what I have to say, and hopefully everybody enjoys the content.
Your gas video or gas shortage.
Yeah, because I just wanted to do something different. People talk about the gas shortage, but I want to actually go and show you what was going on around my town on the gas shortage video. All right, last 7. We will see you. You take care. Have a great night. Other than that, Mark, you have any last parting words?
See you guys tomorrow. We'll continue the conversation. Well, there goes my alarm.
Thanks, Nomad. I appreciate that, man. Everybody in chat, thank you so much for being here and spending these last couple hours with us. I will be back on Sunday on my premiere. And thank you, mods, for being in the chat. Thanks for everything that you guys do. Thanks so much for everybody who super chatted me. Thanks for the new folks who joined the Grey family on the membership tab. Just you guys are truly appreciated. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys, please enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe. And I need to do what Mark does and have some sort of outro or something like that.
I built you one. What'd you do with it?
It's probably somewhere. I just don't have it loaded. But I will do the. I will just put my intro on my outro. But all right, guys. God bless. Good night. Be safe out there. We'll catch you on the rebound, folks.
Take care, all. God bless.